Speaking of eating up.
I know. Yeah.
Is this your segue to Happy Meals?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Is that appropriate? Nah.
If you're a geek, have a listen. Read up the news. This week's submission. Talking movies, games, TV, and comics. Turn it up. Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks pod. Feel the Geeks. You're listening to the Feel the Geeks podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 194 of the Field of Geeks podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Jonah.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Great.
Well, Josh. Thank you.
Excellent. Yes, this is it's gonna be fun. A lot of news today to talk about. I guess we have to start on a sad note. Sadly, I don't know if you want to take it away. We lost a rapper. Anyone?
Mr. Coolio.
Yes.
Unfortunately passed away. I will just say this. He defined my sophomore year of high school.
Oh, yeah.
With songs like Gangster Paradise.
Oh, yeah.
I know that probably shows my age. But, I mean, yeah, his music at that time, to me, as a, young white kid growing up in the suburbs, was revolutionary.
Oh, man. Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't know when the last time he had released an album or was making music, but,
Right.
But no, he'll definitely be missed.
Yes. Yeah, that was very, very shocking. I think a lot of people may remember Amish Paradise from Weird Al.
Yeah.
And how he didn't get permission from Coolio, and they had a little beef because I think Weird Al album was called Bad Hair Day or something like that, or was that something like
I think so.
And he had Coolio's hair, and God bless Coolio. He went bald, but he still kept it on the side, man. So hats off to you.
Now, Josh, are you going to grow that out?
No, I don't think it'd be a good look for me. I don't. No, I can't pull it off. No, I couldn't even pull it off with a full head of hair. So
We could have Mitch do it with his beard.
there you go. Yeah, there you go. I bet we could get him to do that.
Yeah.
For sure. Raise some funds for that. But yeah, like just looking over his career though, I forgot he had other hits. You always remember Gangster's Paradise. Dangerous Minds was the film that
really
was
good
in
film,
that was made for. Yeah, that was a good film. I have not seen that for a long time.
I don't know if it's aged as well
Yeah, I wonder if
as
it.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Right.
But again, it was one of those movies where I think the soundtrack was better than the movie.
Oh, definitely.
Because that soundtrack was
Yeah,
from start to
it
finish.
was kind of a trope, that film, but maybe that started all the tropes, because then you had, I love The Substitute. That definitely was not trying to be very, dramatic, but not maybe going towards the awards.
Substitute knew exactly what it was.
Yes,
which
it just
was a
killed these
action
kids.
Movie. Like the Substitute knew exactly.
Threw him out
what
the
it was
window.
going
Yeah.
for.
I love The Substitute. And then all, I guess, the direct sequels that followed. But yeah, we had those tropes, and then High School High made fun of that, I think, pretty well.
187 with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes, that was very... Yeah,
Really dark.
that ending was crazy, especially at the time. You're like, Sam Jackson's awesome, and oh my gosh, okay. I don't want to give it away. Go out, check it out. But yeah, he had Coolio had Gangster's Paradise as a hit. He had Fantastic Voyage, See You When You Get There. I forgot about that. Those are great songs. And he was a volunteer firefighter and a security guard before becoming a rapper. I just found that out. So
I think that in honor of Coolio, the next time I do some karaoke, it's going to be Gangster's Paradise.
all
There you
right.
go.
All right.
As long as I can film it.
Sure.
Blackmail.
For anyone who
not?
wants to see it.
He did some acting
Nobody.
stuff, too.
Yes.
Like,
he
I think
did.
was
Yeah.
in Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Bit
Maybe
part
better
in
than
that.
Clooney in that one, sadly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was the
He was pretty
He was the
decent
race-
actor, I think.
yeah.
I don't remember him in Batman and Robin.
It was a very small... it
When
was
they
like a
did
blink and
the
you
bike
miss it.
races, he was the guy putting it on, right? The races,
I think so.
Yeah.
It was like very blink and you'll miss it kind of thing.
Yeah.
I also don't remember bike races in Batman and Robin. I must not. I don't. That movie's largely blocked.
I don't
Your mind just
remember
did you a
lot
favor and
of
blocked it
Batman.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, that'd be a crazy edit someone could do to make that movie actually worthy of being a decent film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We actually did a commentary on that, so check that out there. That was fun to watch. I don't think anyone here saw it with us at the time, but
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
yeah, I'm sorry. It got lost in the mail,
Oh, jeez.
My bad. Got some quick news items. James Bond turns 60s. 60 years old, 60s. 60s. Turns 60 years old, film-wise. His books came out before that, but yeah, 1962, Dr. No, starring Sean Connery.
And I think Prime is putting all of the Bond films out starting... I think it's already out there.
I think
now.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So if anyone wants to...
Check it out. Yeah.
I'm one of those... I love doing that. If I can sit down... obviously in one sitting.
Yeah.
But over the course of like a month.
Yeah.
I will go through.
And those are great holiday marathons too. A lot of people take part in, and the Harry Potters, of course, getting off track a little bit. But they also have on Amazon The Sound of 007, which is a history documentary about all the music they did throughout the films. And then there's actually a live performance that was shot of all the music. So it's two of those. That's a lot of content. And I know not everyone probably is here a Bond fan. I'm assuming most are, but what's your favorite movie? Or if you're not a Bond fan, I guess movie you checked out and thought it was decent.
I'm not.
Doesn't have to be
I'm not
the
by any
first.
means like a huge Bond fan. Casino Royale probably stands out to me as like one of my favorite ones.
Best Craig one,
of the Craig.
That's high up there. Yeah.
GoldenEye, of course.
It's got a special place in my heart. Yeah, that was the
that's got
first
a
Bond I
special
saw
place.
on the screen, big screen.
Yeah, me too. And you can't go wrong with like, what's his name? That always dies.
Oh, Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. Yeah, you can't go wrong with
Or
him.
England James. For me.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So, and of course, because of, the N64 game.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I had to watch the movie, so I knew what the fuck was going on in the game. But
Right. I bet that, well, I don't know. Did the game, it came out the same year, right?
yeah, I was.
So
I'm pretty sure.
Was it? Do you remember? Not to put you on the spot. Was the movie still out when the game came out? Because that'd be great marketing. Like if it's opposite, a
I think it
gamer
was,
goes
but
to
like
see it out of intrigue.
Yeah, I think it was, but the story of the game didn't like follow the.
Right, is a little different.
I don't remember if there was a lot of crossover or not, but
Yeah.
the game, even more so than the movie, again was like revolutionary to a young white kid growing up. We would play that game.
And Coolio.
We would play that game in the wee hours of the morning, only taking a break.
Right.
For pizza.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
good times.
The death matches in that were
Oh yeah.
Wasn't the golden gun like the weapon? Like
yeah,
one shot, you're
one
dead.
kill, baby.
Yep. Nice. Megan, what about you? Favorite Bond film?
Yeah, okay, so I'm also going to go with Casino Royale. Not
That's okay.
because it's newer, but because opening song, Chris Cornell.
That's a great song.
Genius. Second,
And
I
the
absolutely
imagery
love-
too, yeah.
Yeah. I love Eva Green, so...
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
she's
think
up there.
She was amazing. But then I also grew up with, and I think, I'm not good with titles, but it was definitely a Sean Connery one.
Okay.
I think it has an inappropriate title, though, if I'm remembering correctly.
You're not thinking of Octopussy?
I think it is.
That's Roger Moore.
Roger Moore?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that one.
Yeah.
And I remember that from my youth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I'm still going to go with Casino Royale.
That's a good one.
it's hard for me to nail it down because they're all so good. I mean, they're not all so good because there were some misses in there.
Yeah, of course.
Like Timothy Dalton had some big misses. Even Pierce Brosnan
Oh yeah.
post GoldenEye
Yes.
started to slide pretty quickly downhill.
Yes.
I think Daniel Craig probably had the strongest overall set of films.
Yeah.
Especially considering it tried to tell an overall story that none of the
You're
others
fine.
did necessarily.
Megan's choking, everybody. Send help
Right
now.
Some of my favorite.
She'll be dead by the time the episode comes out.
We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep talking and just let her,
Show must go on.
We're gonna step over her. Yeah.
Pneumonia.
Thunderball, Moonraker.
Yeah.
Those were among some of my favorites. And
Sure.
there was other ones that I didn't appreciate as much as a kid that I had a much stronger appreciation for now as an adult.
Right.
Like On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I hated that movie as a kid.
Oh, geez.
Now
Yeah.
it was one of the best.
That's up there. Yeah. That's a good one. It's
Yeah.
so different from the Connerys too. You almost wonder if it would have even looked the same if Connery was in it. You know.
It would have been probably a much different movie.
Yeah.
And then, GoldenEye, Casino Royale, those are all, they're classics.
I was just so on board. I remember when GoldenEye or Casino Royale came out because I was not a big fan of the casting at the time. But man, just as that movie was so magical, how it was like, I'm digging this. This is so cool. And by the time it was over, it's like, I'm ready for more. Let's go. And then, of course, you had to wait. That's the problem. I think the next Bond should be an unknown that they can lock down, which they're trying to, I think, because Craig was so busy with more other successful films that they had to wait on his ass. And they also had the rights issues. But, I mean, he was Bond, a very long time and only 4 movies or 5 movies? My gosh.
Craig?
Yes. 4, yes.
We had Casino Royale, Quantum of
Solace,
Quantum of
Skyfall,
Skyfall,
Spectre,
and then
No Time to Die.
Yeah, so 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
5,
Yep. And I think Pierce only got to 4. Yeah, Pierce only got to 4. I still think they should have gave him one more to make a better film on his outing, but
I don't know. They were going. I mean, when you've got Denise Richards playing
that was
nuclear
bad.
physicist,
Yeah. Well, then you had Oscar winner Halle Berry, which she was an Oscar winner as they were filming it, but I mean, just that last one was so just bad. CG Bond was terrible. I don't know if you remember that windsurfing. Oh, geez, but yeah, that's what's great about the Bond films. Any franchise, some are good, some are bad, and they're hokey in parts, especially the Roger Moore ones. But I grew up on Roger Moore. That was like my first introduction. My dad watched him. Live and Let Die, I think, was the first one. But yeah, Casino Royale's up there. Majesty's, GoldenEye. Yeah, if I would buy them back individually, 4K, it would not be all of them. It would probably just be the really good ones. Because there's some stinkers.
iTunes does a collection of them where you get all of them for like $100.
Nice.
And I think that's well worth the price
for sure.
That many movies.
It's a hell of a collection. I remember when I finally got all those on DVD, the box sets. I was like, yeah. And then Blu-ray came. I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
Now 4K, it's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, if you're just digital, like Jonah, you're all digital now, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that works out. But yeah, go check that out there. Lots of Bond to eat up. And speaking of eating up,
Is this your segue to Happy Meals?
yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Is that appropriate? Nah.
Yeah.
Are we still sponsored by McDonald's? I don't know.
I wish.
McDonald's confirms Halloween Happy Meal pails are coming back. These are the green, white, and orange pails from our childhood, basically.
Yep.
October 18th through the 31st, I believe, while supplies last.
Do they include anything special?
I don't know what the toy is in it. I think you get stickers to choose your face for it.
This is 2022. We need a little bit more than just a bucket.
Right.
Well, so that's my question. Is it just
A bucket of fries.
an empty bucket, or do they put stuff in the bucket?
I didn't see anything
Can
about.
I get a bucket filled with like chocolate shake?
Yes.
Oh man.
No, you can't because the shake machine's broken.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
how about like a frappuccino or something? Just put a straw in that.
Oh boy.
Apple pies. I don't know.
I had one of those back in the day. I have to shout out Raven Xavier for saying that on our on one of our posts. He's like, "Oh yeah, these are great for like carrying around GI Joes." And
Oh yeah.
I had
The
my
pails. Yeah.
I had my little green army men in those. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, those are always awesome.
Do you still have yours, or did you
I
get rid of
don't.
it? Yeah.
That's
Are you
I don't know
guys?
whatever happened
You think
to
you
it.
guys will get one of these pails? Try to get them all, or
Nope.
no interest. No.
You know, if
I
they ever
might get one just for the nostalgia part of it, but
If they ever bring back, which they probably will not, or if you're listening, you should do it. Do you guys remember when Pokemon was a huge thing? And I'm not talking...
Still huge though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the Pokemon toys. I'm talking about the little fake gold plates of different Pokemon characters that were in the balls. And no, not ringing a bell?
No.
no.
Well,
You lost me at balls.
Yeah, that distracted me. I was like, what?
in the Pokemon ball. But you'd open it up and it would be like a little gold, it'd be a gold plate. Anyways, that's probably from my day.
Yes.
And they were special buys, obviously, but I think it was like discounted if you bought like a Happy Meal.
Oh, nice.
So if they ever brought those back, I would probably.
Sure. Nice.
But outside of that, you won't catch
No,
me.
I think we were talking like Happy Meal toys before we started recording, and
Yeah.
Yeah, some of
the
the
only one like the little transforming ones they had at a time.
WB's DC.
Yep, the
Yeah. Superbugs.
Beast, yeah, those characters, and then there was like Transformers Beast Wars. They had like a Beast Wars one where I had like a basically looked like a panther that stood up on.
Yeah.
It didn't really transform; it just kind of stood up.
Wasn't much detail or anything, probably either,
But
right?
those are the kinds that I would go for.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really
Not
follow.
the Beanie Babies?
No.
You just skip on the Beanie Babies?
No. You know what? So here's what I'm really fond of. Not even McDonald's, but you guys probably remember this. Land Before Time. The Pizza
Oh,
Hut
yeah.
puppets.
Yes.
The bucket puppets, yeah.
Oh man,
They're
Pizza
at
Hut had
my-
the best
they're at my mom's
toys.
house.
Yeah.
In her basement.
I got some
2
too.
whole sets of those puppets. Love
Oh,
those
yeah.
things.
Phantom
I've got 'em
Menace,
somewhere,
those
too.
cups. You remember those cups?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it McDonald's that did the Batman Forever cups? Like the
Yes,
last
and
ones
see that should be an adult Happy Meal. We're gonna get to that, by the way.
Exactly.
There's an adult Happy Meal, everybody. I want the glasses brought back. That fun stuff because
Yeah.
they used to do it.
Yeah.
I still have my Batman set and Flintstones.
I would much
remember
rather
the
get like
Flintstones.
those
Flintstones, I
glasses
have those.
where I can,
Yeah.
stack them in a corner of a cupboard and it takes up a lot less space
Right.
than...
Last thing I think they did with glasses was the Coca-Cola ones, and they had like a tinted color on some of them. But before that was the Shrek ones, and those were like really thick glass, like
Yeah.
real deal. But yeah, those Flintstone ones and the Batman ones, like those are so fun. Like I just wish they'd bring that stuff back. Like I could see adults buying sets of those. You know, like
They,
Well,
I'll
and they
pay
had
for
they will now.
They
yeah,
had like the collector cups for Batman Returns that had like the little frisbee for the
yes, yep. Yep. And remember the Dream Team? I mean, God, they have so many fun things. Yeah. Anyway, but
Instead
that's
of
not what comes with adult Happy Meals, though, is it?
Yeah, no. We've got an adult Happy Meal here. We're gonna do
Yeah.
Show and tell.
unboxing for you. So,
This
I don't
is
know if
called the
it's-
Cactus Plant Flea Market Box.
So there's
I don't know why. Oh, I do
there's
know
fries
why,
and a
but
Big Mac in here. You don't really need
look how
to
big this thing is.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at this thing. I'm like, what's the toy going to be? But
So what are the options for an adult Happy Meal before we open?
you can do Big Mac or a 10-piece McNuggets.
And the toy is a mystery. It's either Grimace, Hamburglar, Birdie, or Cactus Buddy.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
Grimace, baby.
Wait, okay, why does Grimace have 4 eyes?
They're distorted figures. I don't know why.
I'm not really
Probably because
sure.
we're old, and that's the joke. Yeah.
I was hoping for like adult toys. They'd, put like a little handle of vodka or something
Yeah.
in there. Something you could actually use.
Bill, may I see the
Of course.
Examine the
No,
piece. Yes.
You've got the purple cord, so it matches.
Yes, there you go. Is it squishy?
No.
No.
It's like a
It's
real hard, like
hard
PVC.
plastic.
I mean, it's like hollow.
This isn't no kid's Happy Meal. This is an adult Happy Meal. You could actually hurt people with these.
I'm not really sure why. Yeah, those are your options.
That thing's huge.
Weird.
Yeah, what's the...
I don't get the
So,
double eyes.
number one, is that what people at McDonald's think their employees look like? What is that?
After hours.
I'm kind of wondering why they all have 4 eyes.
It's just an artist rendering, I think.
That's an
So it's like, it's
I
a
know.
Happy Meal for adults designed by children.
Why can't we have Mayor McCheese?
Yeah, sadly, probably not designed by children, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're going to give us Grimace, at least make him a fleshlight or something. I don't know.
Grimace fleshlight.
Oh, he's hollow. Okay.
He is.
Not much there.
I mean, little imagination and
Maybe it is an adult toy.
silly putty. We
What?
Question for the group.
won't stand up.
What is Grimace? I always thought he was a purple chicken nugget. What do you guys think
He's
Grimace
a-
is?
I really don't know.
I think he's
I know the Hamburglar.
He's kind of
That's
like
easy.
Snuffleupagus. I think he's like a
What's Snuffleupagus?
figment
Was an elephant.
of. I know, but I think he's like a figment of
was a
Ronald's
mammoth.
imagination or something.
Purple People Eater kind
It's
of
a-
reminds me of that movie
Yeah, I
or
always
whatever
thought
it was.
I always thought he was like a chicken nugget.
What I don't understand is why you can only collect 4, but they have all.
But they have like 10 of them on
Yeah,
the
that's the
box. I know
tease.
that's so
Maybe
stupid.
maybe they've only did like 4
at a
of
time.
the characters.
This is going to be a limited edition
And they'll do-
collector's item.
You know, I'm calling it Burger King. Let's do an adult Burger King Kids Club. Bring those back and make them this size.
If they can stop shutting
it.
down or burning down the Burger Kings in Iowa.
Off topic, but do you know why we are losing our Burger Kings? Because the gentleman who owned them or franchised them here died, and his children don't want anything to do with it.
Oh,
What?
Closing them down. Yes.
that's a fun fact.
Which
for
I
you.
think is interesting.
Not so
Why
fun.
Well,
not
shit.
sell, but maybe it's a loss if they try to sell it. I don't know. But we lost the one where we live too. That one's gone.
I think there's still one in my burb, but I always forget that it exists.
There's one by me. There's one in Waukee I know of.
There's one on Vista Drive.
Okay.
I go to that one
Yep.
So
pretty
it's
much.
only the ones that you do see closing are the ones that were franchised by that gentleman.
Okay, because there was
they've
one
got
off
different
100th
owners.
Street. That's
Yeah.
gone. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that why they're burning them down so they can collect the insurance on it?
I don't know. I didn't know they were burning them.
Well, yeah, the one on let's see, the one by Pleasant Hill burned down. The one
Burned down.
burned down. We know what you're doing. It's all right.
Is that like the guy who owned the bowling alley and it burned?
Valane's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Plaza Lanes. Yeah, yeah.
Did they ever rebuild like?
They have another location. No, they did not. It's all land now. It's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like
I thought
it never existed.
Or she, I'm not sure who.
Yeah, I love that place.
Build.
We're going in tangents. This is Des Moines talk, so apologies, but
Yeah.
a lot of people listening out there in Iowa, you know what we're talking about. So a little inside baseball, but yeah. Yeah. Bring back all the fun stuff. That's what we're saying. But yeah, thanks, Bill, for getting that and showing it off for everyone to see and go get them. I don't know. Are you guys going to pick up a meal after this?
Not if we're
Nope.
seeing what that toy is.
You should take it back.
Shit, I'd be like, the
This
fuck
is
is this?
It's
No.
hollow.
Totally not worth the 20-minute wait in the drive-through.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Stupid ass parking lot. It was,
'Cause I told you to do that. I asked
No,
you.
you-
I didn't tell you, but I
he
asked
did
you.
tell me to do it. He
I know,
threatened
I
me with
know.
legal action.
Hey, a camera. Yeah.
I think if it offers a Big Mac, that's probably an incentive.
I don't know.
It's a cheeseburger.
I don't know. The last Big Mac I had was like nothing but lettuce.
Ugh.
Like it had no flavor
If you
to it.
ask them to make it with no lettuce, they have to make it fresh.
Make it like a spicy chicken sandwich or the.
Well, they had those crazy sandwiches for a while. Remember
Yeah.
The hack menu.
the fish and the chicken and the bees together.
Wait,
It's
no, I
like
don't remember that.
yeah, it was like an
Yeah.
internet made up, right? And then they finally were like, okay, we'll actually put it on the menu and
They
see
still
how it
didn't
goes.
have the McGangbang on the menu.
But if they
Talk about a
McDonald's.
20-minute wait. I
if
mean,
they
I know,
did a McRib,
jeez.
I'd be all about that.
that'd be cool.
You
Bring
know,
the sucker
the
back.
McRib, I will admit that I, at least once when it comes back,
Yeah.
will have the McRib.
yeah.
But it always reminds me of those, like, the barbecue rib patties we got at, like, for elementary school
Yeah.
lunch.
I
You
think
can
that's
still
why
buy
I
them at
like
like
it.
a.
I think,
come and
yeah,
go
I think
or-
that's why I like it.
They're
too.
probably better
You can still
quality.
buy them in microwave, not like a quick trip or a come and go or something.
Not to pry, but how much was the big box? Or
I think it was like $6 or $7, something
okay,
like that.
okay.
Because it was like $8 total, and you're
Just curious. So it's not your average, what, $3-4 Happy Meal for the
But
kiddos?
it does come with like an adult sized drink, like
Okay,
an actual
yeah.
adult sized drink. You
Yeah.
don't get like a little juice box or anything.
Right.
Some people have said, I saw this online where someone was like, "Oh, well, don't eat, just buy the toy if you want just the toy." But Josh, you said you tried to buy just the toy, right?
I was an hour early before they served lunch at my McDonald's, and they're like, "We don't sell it until 11 o'clock."
Okay, so it was
So-
just the time. It was the
Yeah,
time.
otherwise I would have got it and,
All right.
wasted my money. So thank you, Bill, for your sacrifice.
This grimace better be worth something.
Hold
Yeah,
on to it.
You're welcome.
10, 20 years from now,
Yeah, that's what they
worth
said about that
nothing.
Michael Jordan rookie card I had. Oh, we'll give you 50 cents for it. Yeah, fuck you, Jays. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Or
kidding.
Death of Superman
I love
comics.
Jays. Shout out to Sean.
Yes, Sean. Yeah. I remember I was at Mayhem, our local comic book store here, and they had the Death of Superman comics and in the sleeve, and in one of the cases. This was years ago, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got two of the. Maybe I have 4 of them." I was like, "Yeah, $30 each." They're like, "What? That's it?" Like, oh my gosh. It's probably because they produced so many of them at the time. They weren't really
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I
limited
don't know.
collection. Yeah.
They didn't do like Marvel did, where they had a variant for like 50 variants for every issue.
Yeah, that would have been something. But WB is working with Ezra Miller again on Flash reshoots.
It's true.
How do we feel about that, guys? Are we kind of sick of him? I mean, I get why they're doing the reshoots, but
I think they've sunk so much money into the Flash, and
it's
they
supposed to be
don't-
really good.
They don't want to take another $600 million hit like they did with Batgirl or whatever
Yeah,
it was, or
yeah.
$6 million, whatever it was. I think bringing him back to do the reshoots makes sense, but I mean, I can kind of see them being just done with him after this.
I hope so. I think it'd be really foolish to keep. I mean, the dude's got multiple physical assault charges. I looked it up, of course. Grooming a minor, burglary. So not to say he's guilty, right, until proven, but
Yeah, he hasn't he hasn't been officially like he hasn't gone
Right.
to court and been officially like,
Loves
charged with
Hawaii.
anything yet.
Yeah, this is where he's
Is he still doing the therapy, the counseling that he promised he would seek?
probably. I'm sure.
I don't know
Yeah,
if anyone has heard anything about
I haven't
that.
heard anything about that.
yeah.
Don't come out of your house therapy.
Yeah.
Pretend that you're getting help therapy.
This is what we're gonna do. Okay, you're gonna go on an apology tour, and you're gonna say you're gonna get in therapy, and that you read the Bible like Paris Hilton said, even though she couldn't quote any of it, and then you're just gonna get a picture holding it, and then.
What are the forums saying about this? Has anybody come out and...
I don't think anyone's a big fan of him staying on. I mean,
Yeah.
dude's kind of like, it's too late, man. Like, I get the reshoots, but it's like, otherwise, fuck off, you know?
Is there...
It's just crazy.
are people saying they're not going to see the movie?
No, I don't think it's that. I think more people might be intrigued to see it, you know, just out of curiosity. Like, can I see how crazy he is just looking at him? But Michael Keaton's in it, so it has so much going for it, and I just want them to release the damn thing soon.
I don't think anybody, well, at least on our podcast, I don't think anybody's been like, you know, oh, I'm not going to see it because Ezra Miller's in it.
My biggest fear was they're going to cancel it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that was
don't
my
do
fear
that.
too.
Yeah.
The normal, like I've said this before, like the normal moviegoer, I mean, he's not a household name.
He's not.
And so the normal moviegoer, if they go to see it, they're going to see a
Keaton.
Flash movie.
Yeah.
Or they might go see, you know, mom and dad might take the kids to go see Keaton as
Yes.
Batman again.
Yeah.
They don't give a
Affleck's in it
shit about
too.
Ezra
Yep.
Miller or who he
Right.
what kind of shenanigans he's pulling.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense to me from WB's perspective to just kind of like write it out at this point
Yeah.
and stop bleeding money.
Right.
And you know, hopefully these reshoots will help, and it's probably a cheaper alternative than recasting or dropping the project altogether. I'm glad to see they're not going to go that route.
Right.
And that's mostly because I want to see Keaton back as Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's already filmed his performance. Like,
Yeah.
you can't do that again, you know? And
So yeah, going to see a Flash movie, it's because of Flash. It's not because of Ezra
Right.
Miller. Just like it's different with like Black Adam, where you're
Yes.
going to see The Rock.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to see Black Adam, but
Pretty much. Yeah.
You know, with Aquaman, I mean, yeah, he's become a much more, you know, Jason Momoa has become much more of a household name at this
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
But I think when Aquaman came out, he was still, I mean, you had the Game of Thrones people who knew
He had a
was,
popular following, but it was not.
but
yeah.
wasn't quite the household name
Yes.
that he is, I think, more so today.
Right.
And so that's something that WWE has going for it with Ezra Miller is that no one gives a shit about this kid.
Right.
They don't care about him. They don't care about his issues.
Right. Yeah.
I think they'll be all right. And I think they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's like a attention thing for him. Like,
yeah.
you know, kind of like how I don't want to compare him to Shia LaBeouf because Shia LaBeouf's actually kind of gotten his life back.
Yeah.
together. But kind of like how that, you know, purposely being out completely out there to like keep your name on everyone's mind or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
right. Yeah.
hopefully Flash is good and then they can just
I think it will be. And, yeah, they just need to move on, sadly. I mean, yeah, he had a great opportunity, but it's also, you know, he's young, and so it's kind of a growing moment, hopefully, that he'll get his shit together, and he'll be like Shia and come out of it better for it. I don't know. But we'll see after court. I don't know if he'll go to prison or anything. 'Cause, I mean, supposedly he had a cult and stuff. Like, I don't know. There's so many things that are said.
Is that part true, or is that speculation?
I don't know.
You say he had a cult or a cold?
A cult.
Both. No. Cult. He had a cult. Supposedly he had a ranch or something. But I don't know. It could be all
We're
bullshit.
still talking about Ezra.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still.
I think it's most of it's shit probably. But I do believe like the assault charges and stuff. And he's actually been on video like over a year ago, which I defended because it seemed like it was just kind of like a prank video to me because he choked this girl, laid her down, and it looked like he laid her down on like a mattress. And it's like, well,
And she was like smiling at the time.
yeah.
too,
So I was just
think.
kind of
So it
like,
was,
that can't be. He
weird,
would not
but-
be stupid enough to do that. And apparently he was. So
It's just like a bad snuff film that
Interesting.
I guess.
Where was the cult based to? Didn't they say it wasn't here in the
Well, he's
US?
grooming like this young girl, and I don't know. They're gonna like
This
maybe
is like that same,
repopulate
like,
or some
Alice and Matt
shit.
cult bullshit, was it?
Yeah. it's kinda-
Maybe I don't know. Yeah,
Same type of thing.
could be. Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
that's maybe for a different podcast.
Well, you can do recommendations. There's a documentary out about
there
it now.
about that?
I think so. Yeah, I can't remember what the cult's called, but yeah, she's in jail right now. I think. Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Armor Wars was going to be a Disney Plus show and is now a film. So obviously,
glad they're doing that.
yeah, it's a big premise. Well, I'm not too familiar with the comics, but it's a big story, right? Someone steals Stark's tech, and
Yeah, I mean, I think they've kind of done a couple of Armor Wars type stories, but the original one was like people were stealing Iron Man's tech. He was going around to like get it all back.
Right.
It had like the Guardsmen, the Crimson Dynamo. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the movie as far as who they introduce. I saw they were bringing back Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer, which
is
makes me
great.
Super excited.
Yes,
because I'm a huge fan of his. And I'm really interested to see what they do with it.
Right, and you got Don Cheadle, of course, as War Machine. He's going to be in it, and it's a big story. It was Iron Man Volume 1, issue 225 through 231, dubbed Stark Wars, and that was the premise, basically.
I wonder if the original Rhodey, the actor's name,
Terrence Howard.
I don't know. They've been playing.
Next time, baby. Nope.
They've been playing pretty loose with the whole multiverse thing. Maybe they'll bring him back
I would be.
as like an alternate reality.
I would still want. I still want to see what his War Machine would be. I don't know. Cheadle was. I mean, he's good, but I don't know.
Cheadle.
Howard might have done a little bit more with it. I don't know.
and also not too. I think it was just in the last couple of years. Frank Castle also had the War Machine armor for a bit,
Oh,
Yeah.
and that was actually a pretty good arc. And I wouldn't mind.
John Barenthal is back,
I wouldn't mind seeing him in the War Machine armor at some point. Like,
dude. Him and
maybe like Phase 7, but
that'd be crazy. Didn't mention this, but She-Hulk. I don't know if anyone saw the recent episode.
I have to watch.
Really?
I haven't seen any of it yet.
Yeah.
And I've heard it's pretty good.
Well, spoiler, Daredevil, but that was from the trailer. But I think they did a pretty good job from what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Charlie Cox, still.
Yeah.
It was kind of a different Charlie Cox
Yeah.
Daredevil from
It's a
what
different
we got in
filter.
Far From Home.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. I still think it was good. I mean,
Yeah. It gives you hope that they're going to bring back like John Barenthal, these other characters. Not play exactly the same type of character,
I think
but
he's supposed to be back in Born Again.
I think
Cool.
I think Barenthal is in Born Again.
I hope so.
I've
Yeah.
seen, but a lot of the shit I've seen were like fan made posters.
they're so good, man.
So good these
yeah,
days. It
you
looks
can't
legit,
tell.
and then you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real or not.
Well, I remember before the Mortal Kombat trailer dropped, I actually fell for it, a fan one, and we actually put it on the show. And then I think Bill was talking about it. He's like, yeah, they haven't released the trailer yet. And I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. I'm like, damn it.
It's credit to some of these fan creators.
They're good.
They do some amazing work.
Yeah.
Well, credit to doing the fan edits out there and like any color correction or just tweaking a few things in film. Like I love their dedication and kind of hope that maybe they could sell a disc or digital copies so you can have it for yourself.
There was that guy that was doing like the deep fake stuff, like putting Sebastian Stan's face on
Luke.
on Luke's
Yeah.
character. And they actually hired him for the what was it, season 2 of Mandalorian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they did. Oh, to do the
they hired
effects.
him to do the or maybe no, it was for Boba Fett.
Oh, okay, because I was
For
going
the
to say
Luke
season
stuff.
2. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. 2.5.
Yeah,
Still
2.5.
Boba
exactly.
Fett. They improved a lot with Luke. I thought
Yeah.
that versus the finale of 2, because I was like, yeah, it's kind of just get Sebastian Stan, but they're all freaking out now because Solo bombed, and they're like, well, we can't recast, and like bullshit. You can recast, just do it,
Oh, recast Solo?
Or just like if you want to tell a young like a story before we met him, like you're gonna have to recast because to de-age him, you got to pull it off for one, and two, it's just not gonna feel right to me. But
I mean, granted, this
or just don't do it. I guess you know what I mean. It's just like do the comic version because you can get their likenesses for sure. But
granted, this was before they like kind of perfected it. I felt for Boba Fett / Mandalorian 2.5. But like Carrie Fisher in Rogue One at the end of Rogue One, I thought was I didn't think it looked that great, but
no,
it looked good enough to pass it off.
It looked better than was it Tarkin? They did in that one.
Tarkin did not look.
I was really hoping they were going to stick with the glare in the glass. I'm like, just stay there, please. Nope, stay there. Yeah. And he kept turning around like, no, don't do it. I was like, shit. Yeah, that. But fans have adjusted those, and they look great. So it's like they also have a lot more time.
That's what I'm telling you.
What's that?
fans should be in movies. Sometimes
That's
they
what
make some of the best content.
Well, yeah, because their heart's in it, I think, more than just these average people who are paid to do the effects and who are like they're
Well, and it's-
grinding because they don't have a lot of time. You know, it's like I got to get this in, and this is the best I can do. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's a passion project.
no pro
for them.
bono work, basically. Yeah, maybe I could be wrong, but yeah, but yeah, they can certainly do. They certainly have done a lot better. But Will Smith's got a new film coming out, Emancipation, directed by Antoine Fuqua, who did Training Day. And do you know other films he's done?
I mean, Replacement Killers, I think, was probably one of his first.
Oh, shit.
Training Day, The Magnificent Seven.
Okay, I like that
Chris
one.
Pratt.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done tons of stuff. Tears of the Sun with Bruce Willis.
Equalizer?
Someone's good.
The Equalizer films?
Both
Yep.
of them. And
Yep.
I think they've got a third one coming.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I don't know if everyone saw the trailer, but I mean, I thought it looked pretty good. Will Smith's kind of, I'm trying to separate art from the actual person because I'm still kind of jarred from that whole Oscar thing. That was so weird. You know what I mean? It's just like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Like Will Smith built this reputation and he just on stage slaps Chris
Yeah.
Rock and then he walks off like he just rapped on a music video or something, just all happy. It was just so strange. And then he would party later on that night and it's like the applause for him. It was just, I don't know. It's basically there's Oscar buzz for his portrayal as a slave escaping his plantation owners through the swamps of the South, and it's based on the true story or inspired by a true story of Peter Smith. So I guess he was featured in 19th century art, his scars from his time as a slave. So it's based on a real person, but obviously fictionalized a little bit. But basically, if he gets, Smith can still get nominated and possibly win. So he's currently banned for 10 years, and he did resign from the Academy. So I guess that's kind of a new thing for them. Maybe they won't even touch it, but I just wonder, like, if you let him win, like, so no one has to join the Academy going forward if they want an Oscar, or
He can accept his award from home.
I don't know. This is so different, but I mean, first off, what do you guys think of the trailer for those who saw it? And I guess second, are we ready to move on? I don't know. Should he have any of these accolades or just kind of be like, good enough, but you screwed up. So still mad at you.
I'll go see it. I'm a
Yeah.
big Antoine Fuqua fan.
Yeah.
So I will go see it. More for him than for Will Smith. I have the ability to separate the person from the art. I do it with Tom Cruise every time
Right.
he comes out and I give him all my money.
Yeah.
And, and so I have that ability. So it doesn't really, I'm not going to not see it because Will Smith is in it.
Yeah.
I think the original trailer I saw, or I guess not even a trailer, but more of like a teaser.
Yeah.
Just because of some of the colorization that's used,
It's beautiful.
It's very stylized.
Yeah. I like
But I was
it.
kind of taken aback by it at first. I was like, it looks kind of strange. But the most recent trailer, or the full trailer I saw, looks a lot better to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will probably go see it. Is he going to earn an Oscar? I don't know. I think it's until I see it.
Yeah.
Because I'm still rooting for like Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whale, right?
Point,
Is that? Yeah.
And that's mostly just because
It's a big comeback.
it is.
Yeah.
If
I
you
want him
look
to see a
let's say you
comeback.
don't separate the man from the art.
Yeah.
There's a guy that
Right.
a great comeback story.
Right.
More so than a Will Smith comeback
Yes.
story at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he would definitely win over that. And yeah. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I mean, Will Smith is a tremendous actor.
Yeah.
There's talk of him doing like a I Am Legend sequel. I mean, I can kind of separate it from that. Like maybe not. I know for these celebrities, like just for the promotion for their products and stuff like that, going to the Oscars is a huge deal.
Yeah.
So maybe not letting him physically go to the Oscars, but if he does a good enough job to win an award, yeah, by all means, give him an award.
Yep.
Like have him accept it. I mean, there's all kinds of people that accept on behalf of other people that can't be there. Or
Right. Of course.
whatever. Just don't have Jada go up and accept it for him because she'll probably keep it in the divorce.
She probably thinks she won it.
Oh yeah,
One thing I am looking forward to come out of this is hopefully it reignites his career enough that we get like an I Am Legend 2 or a Bad Boys 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
like,
Martin Lawrence
some
said
of
that's
that-
still happening. So I think a lot of those will still happen.
Some of that like Big Willie style era stuff would
Yeah.
be great
Love
to
it.
see. Yeah.
I don't personally. I over it. I don't care.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah.
That it's not. And they're people, and it's not any different than your friend Joe smacking you across the face, and then maybe you guys work it out later, or maybe you're just not friends anymore.
Yeah.
It's not our business. So I think the only reason why I agree, uncomfortable when it happened. 'Cause you're
Right.
like, whoa. But outside of that,
Well, because it was on live television too.
Yeah,
it
there's a
was
difference.
so
I mean, when
screwed
Joe-
up.
When my friend Joe smacks me in the face, it's not in front of millions of people.
that's true.
And then my friend
Exactly.
Joe does a video about like how he felt, at a table, with his wife, and then later on does the I forgot what Chris Rock called it, but like a hostage video or something. Will Smith like basically reaching out to Chris. He's like, "I'm waiting when you are," and
Yeah.
I thought they made up. Did they not make
No.
up? They have not
No.
made up.
although P Diddy that night said, "Yeah, they made up." Like, shut up, P Diddy. You don't even know them.
He,
Like,
he doesn't even.
I didn't know he went to the red table, but
I talked to them. No, you didn't.
P. Diddy, you're not relevant.
I don't know. I don't
Change your name a couple more
I don't
times.
care
you-
because I don't want to care. And I
Right.
just don't care.
I get it. Yeah. As a fan of the Oscars, yeah, that was just so. I mean, shit. A few years back, we had the wrong picture named for Best Picture, so that was very, very exciting.
Yeah.
In a different way.
So,
I think.
I remember when I was before the Oscars, and I was telling Josh, I was like, I fucking hate the Oscars. I don't like award shows. I haven't liked an award show
Yeah.
since like I was 18 years old watching the MTV Movie Awards for the Best Kiss.
Right.
Like I don't care.
Yeah.
And then that was like the one, and like he was like, "Oh, you see the Oscars?" And I was like, "No, but man, I kind of wish."
we were even doing we were doing a podcast that day.
Yeah, I think so.
The
Yeah.
Oscars, and they're like, "Bill, are you going to watch it?" I'm like, "Fuck no, I hate the Oscars." And then they're like, "You should watch it now."
I think anymore.
Well, if they're gonna fight, yeah, I'll watch it.
Was it the Emmys or the Golden Globes recently? I'm not sure which one it was. I think it's which one includes television and is that the Golden Globes?
Screen actors?
Both.
I don't know. People's
Well,
choice.
I think Emmys is just TV. Golden Globes, I think, is both.
So whatever it was, Jimmy Kimmel did a bit where he.
Oh yeah, that was
And
so
that was-
stupid.
so I think
the outrage about it. I mean,
Yeah, I think-
I thought.
Oh, where he laid down during the person's acceptance.
Yeah, they're
speech?
saying he's racist. I'm like, there's other people nominated in that category that were like white and stuff. Like, dude, he was just trying to do a joke.
Hey, here's what people learn from that, and what I've known forever.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel is not funny. He's not funny. He's not clever. I've known this for years. Now
Yeah.
people are starting to realize that. Good.
Regardless of that, I think that award shows anymore, someone's going to have a problem with something along the line.
It's just getting a little silly,
getting
you know.
ridiculous,
It's
where
like,
it's
all
like-
right,
If
And
you
there's
don't-
so much scrutiny with every
Yeah.
award show. It's like people are just looking at it under a microscope to see like,
dissect it.
who's going to screw up, or who's
Right.
going to do something that's deemed offensive
Right,
enough
right.
to
Yeah.
be in the headlines the
Spitgate,
next year.
Remember that?
Yeah,
We talked about that last time, I think, right? Yeah,
Cheers.
Was that the Chris Pine thing?
yeah.
Okay. I was not on that episode.
I never actually seen the real footage. I just seen the altered one where he's a raptor and he just
he's like
spits
at the
on him or
office
something.
and-
Yeah.
I think
that's
we've
kind of
just
cool.
gotten
Yeah.
to the point where we must be so bored that we have to create drama where
Well, that movie's drama is more entertaining than the actual movie, probably. I've not seen the movie, but
either.
I've heard mixed things. But
And
yeah,
hold,
I want
like-
to see it, but
yeah, probably
hold
wait.
these actors to like such a high standard. It's
Yeah.
like we forget that they're just human beings.
I think it's
Of
because
course,
you
if,
used
like,
to view
somebody
them as
steps
that
on your
way.
foot, you're going to be pissed off.
Yeah, right, right.
well, that's why they say you shouldn't meet your
Meet your heroes. Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
because
I'd be disappointed.
a lot of these actors are terribly flawed human beings who are
Yes.
just
Oh,
like
yeah.
us.
We forget that.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, that'll be Emancipation will be on Apple TV December 9th and actually be in theaters December 2nd. So
Okay.
yeah, looks good. I will see it, but yeah, I'll probably get over it eventually. But it was just so shocking, you know. And Chris Rock, he's definitely not ready to make amends. So he actually got in trouble for making a joke about like he felt like Nicole Brown or something went back to the I don't know what the hell it was, but of course then that family got all fucking pissy about it. So you know he's just being a comedian, and
Yeah.
again, just pick apart everything. But moving on to Black Adam, big rumor mill right now. Superman is going to appear in the post-credit scene. So a lot of people have been wanting Cavill back for a while. I don't know here. Anyone share the same?
I don't see anybody else
I don't.
playing Superman, to be honest with you.
Me either.
No, I like him. I
know you like it.
He's hot.
It's weird
Yeah.
for me because I don't like those movies.
You don't like Snyder
but I like
casting.
Cavill as Superman.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm super excited for Black Adam, more for Justice Society than anything else.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So my enjoyment of that movie is going to be dependent on how much Justice Society
Right.
we get. I do like Black
I
Adam.
agree with that.
I don't mind The Rock.
Yeah.
But I'm super interested to see the Justice Society on the big screen.
Sure. It looks like a fun film. I really hope.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing too. It's
Yeah.
like I could care less. I mean, I do like the Black Adam character.
Yeah.
More so his dynamic with Shazam than anything. But
Right.
yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, Dr. Fate.
Especially by Pierce
Hawkman.
Brosnan. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
Adam
stuff like that.
Smasher,
Yeah.
Hawkman.
He's going to be a bad guy, though, isn't he?
I don't
Dr.
think
Fate.
we saw anything. No, so I think
He's
here's what's going to happen.
so
The toy line.
incredibly
I think
neutral.
the toy line kind of gave this away.
Okay.
I
just guessed because I'm like, oh, he's one of my heroes.
Fight at first,
Okay.
and then they team up to take on
Okay.
that bigger threat.
I just hate that when,
And
like,
that was that was kind of from the toy line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Jeff Bridges and Iron Man. You're like, oh, I love him, and he's so great with Tony. Oh, he's a bad guy. Okay.
Yeah, which
like,
I called
damn
that
it.
right away.
Oh yeah, I know. That was kind of more on the nose, but yeah, this I was like, I could see him as a villain easily, but I don't know. I'm so happy he's in it though, because I think that's really great for him. And
This is more like any comic book where you've got two teams,
right,
like X-Men versus Fantastic Four or
Yeah.
whatever, where they fight for a little bit and then they team up.
right,
There's a larger threat,
Yeah.
and they have to come together. And,
right,
yeah.
right. It also helps that Cavill and Rock have the same agent, which is the Rock's ex-wife. So they say the Rock's been very determined to get Cavill back. If he does show up, which most likely he will, a lot of people are like thinking like, should they even just come out and say he's going to be in it? Will that help people come to the theater? Like, I hope it's successful. I don't know if it will be right now.
It depends on how much he's going to be in it. If
Yeah.
you say he's going to be
It's
in it,
just-
and then
it's
people
small.
show up and
It's very
in
small.
It's
Yeah.
a 10-second end credit scene. People
It's
are
at the end.
pissed.
Yeah, that's what it is, I think.
I mean,
but-
that worked so well for Far From Home, though, with like Andrew Garfield saying, "No, I'm not in it."
Yeah,
and-
true.
or
True.
No Way Home or whatever.
Right. Yep. Which I
so,
love that. Like
really-
they need to do more of that. Don't be like give in. Just
But yeah,
you're an
I mean,
actor.
if
just
he
act.
comes out and says, "Yes, I'm in it," and then he's like
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
in it for 5 seconds, people.
Well, we haven't seen that yet. The opposite effect, of
Yeah.
like, oh my
Like, oh, I'm
god, what?
You see that guy way back there?
You asshole! I bought 2 tickets because I thought I missed it the first time. Black Adam comes out on the 21st October, so very exciting. It's
And like I
already
said,
here.
We should go see it as a
Yeah,
group because
yeah, I'd love
my
to.
family's like, we're out. None of them have any interest in
It
seeing
looks fun to me. Yeah, I
It
wonder.
does look like it'll be
The
fun.
Shazam thing all over again.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, he'll kill Shazam if they fight him and Zachary Levi, like The Rock. I mean, that's coming eventually,
Well,
I
right?
always liked
They
Black
won't let The
Adam
Rock lose
more as
anyway.
a character.
No,
than Shazam.
Right.
So.
Maybe they'll tie. Will The Rock tie?
I don't know. Man.
Him and Vin Diesel had that weird contract where they couldn't.
But they can't lose.
No one
fight.
can win, right?
Yeah.
It's so weird. Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah. It's macho, right? Movie news. Super Mario got a trailer.
Yeah.
You want to take it away, Bill?
Yeah. So the Nintendo Direct just dropped the trailer a couple days ago, I think it was, for the Super Mario Illumination film, and I think it looks phenomenal. Especially considering that it's Illumination. They do all of like Minion stuff, Sing, all that stuff, and it looks. Their movies look very like childish. I think even from trailers, and yeah, like just bright pastels, stuff like that. This opens up and the trailer opens up and it's very dark.
Yeah.
Jack Black as Bowser. Like, I'm really looking forward to that.
He did a good job.
He did an awesome job with that. The fact that like they show Bowser as this huge looming threat, and then he kind of gets like attacked by penguins and they're throwing snowballs at him, and he's just tanking all of this stuff at him. He's like, all right, cool, melts down their entire castle.
Right.
A lot of people of course on Twitter, so whatever. It's kind of like the equivalent of going to Rotten Tomatoes and being like, oh, that's low on the tomato meter.
Not everyone loves this. What?
But a lot of people that are criticizing Chris Pratt's voice.
Well, that was one of the names they used, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is.
That's what Bill is thinking of.
No, but his voice is in it for like 5 seconds. There's a lot of Nintendo Mario purists out there that think he should be saying Mamma Mia and Wahan.
Well, a lot of people,
stuff,
some people pointed out, like, wouldn't you get really tired of that for like a 2-hour movie?
It would. And I think we'd get tired of as an audience, honestly.
Shut up.
But his voice does remind me. It's like a Italian, like Brooklyn accent almost. It kind of reminds me of
how I think of Mario,
of Captain Lou Albano.
Oh well, yeah, that'd be quite a pull, right?
Yeah,
he said that was his inspiration. That'd be pretty cool.
You know, I guess I say every time, but the one time we've had a Mario film, Mario was from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Bob Haskins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also criticism that Toad doesn't sound anything like he does in the... But his voice in the, you know, in like Mario Kart and stuff like that is so damn annoying. Like,
right.
I wouldn't want to hear that.
Again, yeah, they probably thought, hey, this is a long movie. We got to keep people, like, not wanting to, like, walk out.
We have to have parents want to take their kids to this movie.
Not drink too much and drive home, yeah.
It does look really good. Just the visuals they've shown.
Looks expensive.
And everything like that.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a phenomenal movie. And they've still got 6 months before the movie releases. So you never know if Chris Pratt said this is going to be like a voice that nobody's ever heard Mario do before.
Could be a misdirect too. Like what we heard could not be, maybe not the final.
I mean, Chris Pratt's such a troll.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't mean that in a derogatory
way. Right.
He does like to play little practical jokes and stuff like that. So
I've seen the Parks and Rec.
He could just be
outtakes.
like, "Hi, I'm Mario" in the trailer, and then all of a sudden he's got this over the top Italian voice. I don't know, but
the other guy,
good.
Because I know some people said, well, Mario's iconic, and how dare them take away his iconic voice? But he didn't always have that voice. Like not until what 92 or
Super
later
Mario
than that.
64 was the first time that he,
so we're talking
actually had a voice, like,
right? Which was the you know his name, right?
Charles Martinet.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice guy. Yeah.
He's the guy that's voiced Mario ever since then.
And Luigi too, right? Like all of them?
I think he's voiced
all the Mario
Luigi
family.
too. I can't remember. He's kind of like the Hank Azaria.
Yeah.
Of Mario.
He's not shy about voicing him if you ever meet him at a con.
Not
like
either.
he's like totally into it. It's awesome. Like I applaud that.
He is in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what role he's playing yet.
Sure.
He is playing a role of some sort, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who are like, well, why couldn't they just give him the work and have him voice Mario? And honestly, like if you listen to Mario's voice in those, like, you know, when he's like jumping and going like, yeah, woohoo.
Yeah, right.
Like that would get real old real quick in a 2-hour movie.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
right.
I'm sorry, but
right.
And plus it's Chris Pratt. He's pretty talented.
Right, and he's no stranger to voice work because Lego Movie, that was a monstrous hit, and the second one, and he's done other things, but I don't know. I thought it sounded fine.
I think just from the
don't think it's enough really to judge.
Yeah, I don't think that is really. He has like 2 lines in the trailer, so it's not nearly enough to say, oh, he sucks or oh, he's great.
You don't think this will be like a Sonic Gate again, right?
God,
I hope not.
No, because
like Sonic, that was good.
I mean,
that was fine. Yeah,
the Sonic thing was glare. I mean, like that was
worth it.
Glaringly
but,
obvious that they needed to go back and
and
redo
this,
it.
I saw the trailer just today, and the voice sounded good. I mean, it sounded fine.
Yeah,
like, it sounded to me like how Mario would sound.
Right.
Well, and you don't know, like if he's, you know, when he's in battle mode, like maybe his voice will get a little more.
Like roided up, like
like,
fireballs.
Yeah, hopefully not. It's like great balls of fire.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I think it's way too early to tell that. You know what?
Yeah,
that's
sure.
It's going to be fine. Go see it.
Yeah. And you guys on board pretty much, Megan?
Yeah, I mean, I listened to when you were watching it, right? Was that the one you were watching, or were you watching Emancipation?
Nope.
Oh, that was
Mario.
me. Okay. I didn't notice.
No difference.
Well, no,
It's about the same movie. I mean, they're very similar.
I assumed that was Chris Pratt. unless you said it was cool.
Mario is coming out April 7th. Is that right? I believe so.
April 7th. Yep.
April 7th.
Unless they decide to Sonic it and delay it.
Unless
for 6
Mario
months.
starts a cult and threatens people. Chris Pratt, for that matter. Do you want to take the next one? Spawn?
So Todd McFarlane's Spawn. He just kind of gave us some new information on it. It's like Scott Silver worked on the Joker. Malcolm Spellman worked on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He's working on the Captain America New World Order movie. And Matthew Mixon from Yesterday Was Everything have signed on to pen a new screenplay for this project. Jamie Foxx is supposedly going to star as Spawn. McFarlane's going to direct, which I think is great. And he's working with Blumhouse. Jason Blum is going to be helping him out with this.
Keep it nice and cheap, and it'll probably make its money back.
Why do you think it's great that McFarlane's going to direct? Because it's his baby, it's his creation?
I think so, and just because, he was heavily involved in the HBO series, like the
animated,
which is great,
one,
yeah.
Which that one was ripped right from the comics. I felt like a lot closer than what we got with Michael Jai White and all that. But I don't know. I think that just because it's his baby,
means more. Yeah.
It's kind of like going to be his. I think of him as like the Stan Lee to, he is to Spawn what Stan Lee is to Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
I think for me, it's going to depend on who his DP is. If he gets a good director of photography,
right?
Yes.
Who knows?
Holy shit! Yeah, that'll depend on it. Yeah,
that's going to make all the difference to me because I don't have. I mean, I don't have a lot of confidence in him as a director,
right?
Because it's really his first.
Like Frank Miller did that with The Spirit, and he did do some on Sin City, right?
Yeah.
So that was good, but The Spirit kind of missed
Sin
the
City with,
mark. Yeah,
with Robert Rodriguez.
Right.
I think. Yeah, it's gonna. A lot of it's going. Granted, this is way early in the production. We don't even have any production stills or anything, but
it's been in development hell for a couple of years because McFarlane and Fox were mentioned 2 years ago, probably.
Fox has been mentioned for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they have Violator on screen and he looks like late Disney era Power Rangers villain
or original Spawn film,
or the original one,
which looked really bad.
God,
I wonder what the story will be because there's so much you could do. Like Steve talked a while back. He was reading a Spawn comic where it was all kinds of different eras of Spawn, and it sounded really, like Western Spawn. Like it sounded so interesting.
I almost think with this, you'd probably want to go back and do an origin story. So you'd go back to Al Simmons getting betrayed, getting killed,
redo the first one basically.
Almost very similar to the storyline of the first movie,
right?
Because the first movie, the story beats were there.
Yeah.
Story wise, it was great, but
storyline was great, but it suffered from bad special effects.
It tried too much with that cape and stuff.
It was not. Yeah.
Right. That was pretty bad. Yeah. And I think that movie might have got even butchered in post too, like different directions from the studio versus the director.
Yeah, see,
you hear all that about the old films all the time.
That's where I think it's great that McFarlane is involved in it because maybe they won't do what they did with the Fantastic Four movie, where the studio came in and just butchered the entire thing,
right?
Just so they keep the rights, basically. The Corman one you're talking about, I've seen that one.
So I think it would be great that. Todd's at least behind the scenes. Maybe I don't think he'll be a very hands-on director.
I mean, I see him more as EP than I do as director. But it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Well,
and they're going to keep it nice and cheap, so it should definitely make its budget back. It'll probably be very gritty, but it's just good for Spawn, I would imagine. Yeah. So,
I mean, with Blumhouse involved, it's going to be very.
That's how they do business. I mean, that's how they are successful. Very low budgets and major box office.
Make up twice their movie.
Who would we want to see the villain be? Would we want to see Violator? Would we want to see?
I don't know if you'd want to see Jason Wynn in it. I mean, if you're doing an origin story, it's probably going to have to be.
I really liked Martin Sheen as Jason Wynn.
I did too. He was perfect as that.
He was kind of the best part of that movie.
I don't know. I think he'd bring in. God, there's so many different people you could bring in, like Overkill, Clown, of course. So you kind of
bring John back.
I think Yeah, bring John Leguizamo back.
He was so obnoxious.
He was.
He was over the top. I hated that role.
I don't know. You'd have to. I think you'd have to go from like the first like run of the Spawn comics to.
Right.
I mean, there was a pretty well established rogues gallery there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Kind of like with Batman. I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested to see.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope it happens. I really do.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
Right.
more to develop with it. Like I said, I'm apprehensive about McFarlane as director, and even as well with Fox as playing Al Simmons.
Right.
Yeah, that's. I'm a little worried about that just because, like in No Way Home, he didn't play the same character he did in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
He just played Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Which they kind of like wrote why, but yeah, still, yeah, you don't
He
want.
can play a straight man, like in Collateral. He was.
Yeah.
He was a really good dramatic actor.
Really good. I mean, like I loved him in Baby Driver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's so good in that, and creepy and
Right.
off-putting, and then in Collateral, he's so good at playing the straight man. I think he's done, as far as like the Al Simmons type character, like I see that very much being like his character from The Kingdom.
Yeah.
And then of course I kind of see that's being
Yeah.
how Al Simmons would be.
Yeah.
But then as Spawn, I mean, he was good.
I could picture his voice though being changed, and I think that'd be really cool. Like I could almost hear it. Like I think it'd be pretty.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm hearing Electro from Amazing Spider-Man 2 because his voice was distorted.
He did kind of like have a dark.
It was creepy. I thought it was pretty. It would have been a pretty good Spawn voice. But then you'll have Twitter uproar about that. Like he sounds too much like.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Well,
but
you know, we just need to flood their basements and they'll be fine.
McDonald's adult toy meals. Check them out.
Speaking of Blumhouse,
Yes.
Five Nights at Freddy's is getting a movie.
Nice.
Should have happened years ago.
Well, yeah, I agree, and I kind of thought that like Willy's Wonderland was kind of the answer to that.
Is that the Nicolas Cage one?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it. But
Which it's kind of like that,
Yeah.
kind of the same concept.
sure.
So Five Nights at Freddy's, of course, it's a very popular horror video game series by Scott Cawthon, and he's actually going to be heavily involved in this movie.
Nice.
There's been a lot of people trying to get a script off the ground for this, and he's just been basically like, nope, it sucks, get out of here.
But you didn't even read it.
Got a whole series of books.
They do,
And
yeah.
the books are not bad. They're good.
Yeah.
My son's a big Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, there's a lot of lore to pull from. They shouldn't have any problem putting together a cohesive
There is an insane
plot.
amount of lore behind this, yeah.
And actually, I'm a big Five Nights at Freddy fan.
I am too. It's a fun
I've played the game
to play.
in like VR, like
wow.
PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scares the shit out of me. We have like the Five Nights at Freddy Clue. What a fun! I mean,
Oh, man.
what a fun game.
Yeah.
And then of course you got like the great little like action figure characters that they've released over the years. Mm-hmm. It's a really cool story. It's a cool concept. The character designs are awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I think Willy's Wonderland was kind of like, let's get a Five Nights at Freddy out there before Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's even been a couple of other,
There's some
similar-
copycat ones
Yeah,
out there, like yeah. But this one of the very, I think, exciting things about this, the Jim Henson Creature Studio is going to be working on this.
Oh, really?
So
Oh, dude.
I think it's going to be, instead of like
My interest just peaked a little bit more.
CGI, it's going to be more like puppetry.
I love that.
kind of thing. So that's
Because the Ninja Turtles were awesome, Megan.
Yep.
Have
Is
you?
it also on Oculus or just PlayStation VR?
I don't know. I've only played it on PlayStation VR, but that I'm not sure.
I'll have to look.
I want to do VR, but I'm always afraid someone's going to grab me when I'm got that. And I'm like, I don't want that, man. I'll
I
probably
do it.
I
drop
would be
dead.
okay with that, but I can't do a haunted house.
See, I do it and then I get like nauseous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, take a break.
Well, it depends on what it is. So my son has Oculus, and he was like, "Oh, you got to play this game," and it was like basically like a shooting range type thing. And he was like, "Yeah, just take the weapon off the wall and you shoot it at the targets." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I'm like dropping them, and then I bend over to hit my head on my coffee table. Like it's I almost like fell over a lamp. Like I'm not.
You should film yourself playing it.
I'm not made for it.
Nice fail
The
videos.
dog gets in the way. The dog
I can see
doesn't
that.
understand, and so then we take over.
One night, so a couple months ago, we took the kids to Chicago, and he brought his Oculus, and he's in this like little hotel room, and we're like laying down trying to sleep, and he's like in the corner playing. All I can hear is him hitting the walls with his hands. He's like,
Oh boy.
anyway, I digress. No, I'm Five Nights at Freddy. This movie's been in the talks for years since the games first started coming out, and so I think it's should have been a few years ago.
Yeah,
because I think that the fires died down a little bit.
I think so.
It's not as much of a culture in the cultural zeitgeist as it was 4 or 5 years ago.
right.
But
Hopefully it'll
they do it
maintain.
right, and and when I say do it right, like do it scary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be like grotesque, but do it scary.
Yeah.
Well, and even the games aren't like super gory or anything like that.
But they are scary.
They are very scary. Yeah.
There's a short film on Hulu, part of the Huluween series called The Hug. Have you guys seen that?
Sorry.
Okay. You gotta watch The Hug. It's on Hulu. Just look up The Hug. It's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I watched it just yesterday, and I've seen it last year. It's been around for a while. But it's a 5-minute short video, and that's kind of what I want my Five Nights at Freddy to be like. So check that out. It's called The Hug.
Nice. Yeah, I'll put that in the show notes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We got another trailer. Got a kind of reveal of who the Black Panther could be. Most likely it's going to be Shuri, which...
I think we all kind of expected that.
Yeah. But there's also rumors that there will be other Black Panthers too, so who knows if that's going to be the case. But yeah, there's a lot to dissect from this trailer. Is there anything that stuck out to you guys? Things you liked, things you didn't?
From the trailer, have we seen any of Freeman? Is it Martin? Am I saying that right? Martin?
Yes.
Martin Freeman?
No,
Yeah.
I
Is
don't.
he in the trailer at all?
He was in the teaser, but
Okay.
this recent trailer, I don't think so.
Because I saw he was in it.
Yeah.
Reprising that role.
Right. Yep.
But I didn't see him at all in the trailer, so I wasn't sure. if
Not
he
this
was-
one. Yeah. Not
Okay.
the second one.
All right,
Yeah.
But he is supposedly in
Yeah.
the film.
He's got a part. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not
I know
sure if
this
it's big
trailer
or
gave
not.
us a lot of
Yeah.
Atlanteans.
Right. Did not shy away from Namor's winged ankles.
Which, I mean, he should. I mean, that's one of his designs.
Right. Did you think they were going to go for that, or?
I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess looking back, when they show the baby being born underwater in the teaser, I think there's, unless they did it now, that in post or further, because they kind of hit it before, but you can see on the ankles now.
It was.
I noticed it now.
It was really cool how he used.
that.
It was
Yeah,
really cool
I don't know
how
if they
he used
changed
those
it, just to-
like jump and fly.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like jumping and flying at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I liked how they used that effect or
Right.
visualized that.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It
looks beautiful.
I'm really torn on this. I love the Black Panther. I love T'Challa. I understand why they didn't want to replace Chadwick Boseman.
Right.
And I mean, really, anyone can be behind
Yeah.
the mask. It does look like this one is really heavily a Namor movie than even
Right.
so Black Panther, and I think that maybe it was intentional because they're just kind of teasing us with that last shot of Black Panther dropping and standing up. And,
Yep.
But yeah, I guess I maybe wanted more Black Panther in my Black Panther
Right.
trailer.
They probably still want to keep that little secretive, maybe, and it's also Wakanda Forever, so I guess that kind of gives them an excuse not to show him as much, or her. I'm sorry, but I'm hoping it's just they want to save it. Hopefully,
and I know that one of the things that always drew me to Black Panther was because he was the king of this nation. That's who I said, but he was also just kind of a dick to everybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, and
T'Challa
in
was
the comic books. Yeah, all the other heroes, he just was kind of like
to the other heroes. Yeah,
to the other Avengers. He was kind of like shitty to him.
Yeah,
because he was very like not part of their world, part of this other world, and he kind of looked down on them to a certain extent.
Sure.
And so he was always sort of a little standoffish, that sort of thing. And that's kind of what endeared me to him as a character. I like these heroes who are just kind of like dicks.
Yeah.
And so I'm much more like that was always a bigger appeal to me than the whole Wakandan cultural aspect.
Yeah, right.
And so I guess it depends on how heavily this movie is going to lean on this, made up world.
Yeah.
Will sort of determine, how much I enjoy watching.
Right. Well, there's like a big world stage about it too, because you have the Queen, Angela Bassett's character, speaking basically. I'm assuming they're talking about Namor taking him out. Like, this is the chance to do it, and it's like, I think they're gonna have some of the snap featured in this film. I'm guessing, like, because there's that scene where she says she's lost everything, like her family, unless Cherie dies in the film. I don't know, but it kind of makes you think, was that before the snap? And then, will they even explain how he died?
Well, they kind of allude to, if you remember in Endgame, when they talk about the earthquake underwater.
Yes.
They kind of allude to it.
Yeah.
So they might go back and
a lot of people pick that up. Yeah. And then they cut back to that kind of, and the Queen talking about, I see. Yeah, definitely. I mean, she definitely has a big presence in this film, I think. Like, she's actually talking to Namor on that beach scene. And
she's so good.
Yeah.
She looks the exact same as she did when she made...
Oh, man. Yeah.
Whatever that...
She could be Black Panther, get her a suit. Maybe she'll have a suit. I don't know. But, Namor, like, costume, everything looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like, they really upped it from the first... And the first one was great, too. But the look of everything, it's awesome.
It looks pretty good. But, I mean, I know the first look of Namor, I was kind of like too much like the comic, but
right.
Then again, I'm thinking of it like, so what are they going to do? Put somebody in a green Speedo and put elf ears on? Like that, that would look stupid. I do like the way that the Atlanteans look. Like, they have a very like tribal look to them, and that's
matches
really
up with the Wakandans pretty well. Yeah.
One thing I was kind of looking forward to get like a little more of a glimpse of Ironheart in the trailer.
Yep.
And we got a little bit of that.
Yeah. Got it in the air. Her suit.
But then Hasbro had to go and show me on my Facebook feed what the Ironheart figure looks like. So it totally spoiled it for me. But it does look very cool. It's not like it's not Iron Man with boobs.
Right.
Or anything like that. Like, it's...
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry, Megan.
Megan's not interested anymore.
But it does look really cool.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a mech suit or something, like from anime, kind of.
It kind of does look like more of a mech suit.
And I don't know if that's comic accurate. I never follow those. That's a new Riri Williams is a new thing, right?
I
like
follow.
Yeah. I don't know if it's very successful itself, but I mean, hopefully through the movies it'll make it interesting. But I like the shot where she had all the equipment to make her suit, and then her in flight. That was pretty cool, because I mean, I think a lot of us are missing Iron Man, so to get any of those similarities, that's refreshing. Until Don Cheadle comes back in Armor Wars. But a lot of people are speculating. I don't know if you
bring back Tony Stark.
From the dead.
I mean, they did. So in the comic books, like years ago, Iron Man was like, Tony Stark was becoming a villain.
Oh,
and so the Avengers went back in time and grabbed like a teenage Tony Stark and brought him to the.
Oh, I think I saw a animated film kind of about it.
Probably,
yeah.
So it's not beyond the realm of possibility that they could go and get RDJ and bring him.
Well, a lot of
Tom Cruise. A
lot of people are thinking Doctor Doom could appear in this because I guess there's a comic run. You would know more about it than I did, but with Atlantis and Wakanda fighting, and there was a third-party nation, which was
Latvia.
Yes, and so according to the Namor actor, he's saying basically he's not. He sees his character as an anti-hero, but he did say, if you look at it as a villain, I guess he's not the main villain. So that could be a nice way to get into, Fantastic Four eventually, because that's coming. So it'd be nice to introduce Doctor Doom before that.
Yeah. I think
not so much to put in a film.
Sense.
Yeah. I mean, is he disfigured, or is there like an origin to him before he got...
To Doom?
Yes.
Yeah, he was... Yeah, he's disfigured.
Like always been, or
no? I think
like
wasn't it like, and this is me remembering from years ago, but
Lab
wasn't
acts.
it like he was so like vain that he wanted to create a mask for him to cover his face, but like he put
It
it
was
on when it
hot
wasn't
and it
cool.
burned his face when
Yeah.
it was like hot.
Oh,
Something like
Like,
okay.
fused to his face or something. Or
So maybe-
not fused to it, but
We could see him at the council when the Queen's talking, and maybe he's there, and he looks like regular form before this accident or whatever
Well,
happens.
I wonder, any word on who they're trying to get to play Doom? Or?
I know it's so. We'd find out in this film
I
who it
actually
would
liked
be.
the guy that they had from that original duo of movies.
The
guy
Tim
from,
Story
Get
ones?
Tuck.
Yes, he was pretty good. He tried to do an accent in the first one. There was a scene, and I swear, unless his Australian kicked in, but it was like more of that. You know that.
Yeah.
You know,
I
but
definitely see him as that Doom type.
yeah.
yeah.
role. So
I don't know who you
could
could cast as like you would like age range. What you're talking about? 30s, 40s, probably, or
I think with Fantastic
Like-
Four, I would if it was me, I would probably lean like early 30s.
Yeah.
If you want to
Do,
get more bang.
is Doom the same age as them, or is he?
So he and Reed Richards,
They're probably a little bit older than the other
they
people.
were like school rivals and
Oh,
stuff.
okay,
They were
yep.
About the same age. I
Right,
believe. I may
right.
be misremembering.
Right.
Could do. You might be a little old for the role, but you could do Christoph Waltz.
Oh gosh.
That'd be kind of. He'd be kind of
Milk.
an intense Doom, I guess. I don't know.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't have the height probably for it, but
No, it's-
they can fix that. They gave Robert Downey Jr. stilts, so
You have to
they
have
can do
somebody
it.
that kind of has that
Tom
presence
Cruise
who's like.
gets special shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Well, they do.
Men
Yeah.
high
He has his
heels.
platform shoes. It's got the pumps. Just
Just love to go on the set and just see.
yeah. I don't know. You need somebody that kind of has that commanding presence, who's a dick but doesn't.
Yeah,
a dick.
it's so interesting what you could. I'm sure there's a lot of fan castings out there for Doom. I don't know what you could. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say haven't people talked about. I lost it. Sorry.
You know what'd be funny is if they bring back John Krasinski to play Reed Richards. They could bring in Rainn Wilson to play. That'd be hilarious.
I think that would be Rain would love that.
He would do a
So
good
that
voice.
He's no longer typecast as Dwight.
Right.
Like,
If you don't
would
see his
like to do
face,
something other than
yeah.
Dwight, because he to everybody forever will be Dwight.
Oh yeah.
And so if he can do something that is not Dwight,
Right.
I'm sure he would jump at the chance.
Well, he's grown
sure.
a beard. Like he's trying to like change that
Oh,
look,
yeah.
and he's done other things. But of course, yeah, it's a big character to stay away from or to be associated with. But yeah, if he did his voice for that, that'd be cool and like a stand-in actor. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be super interesting. But yeah, there's a lot in this film. Iron Man 2 kind of vibes, because that film tried to pack in so much, but I hope Marvel's learned from that. But this film does feel like a self-contained film, and that could set up a lot of great things. Like Phase 4 itself's kind of been very loosey-goosey, I think they've kind of got a little too comfortable, and hopefully this is a wake-up call, Ryan Coogler's a big director, so that also helps. But
Yeah.
I hope this kind of puts them back on, like, okay, you need to really
Yeah.
strategize a little bit better here. You're getting a little
Kinda-
too off
think
here.
This movie, even if it's not, critically
Yeah.
lauded, I think that it's going to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it will.
Yeah. Yeah. It was such a huge turnout for the last one, but
I think they're kind of doing like. I mean, it's good with like Armor Wars being a movie now, and
yeah.
because they haven't done a whole lot of like movie quality stuff with Phase 4 yet.
Yeah, and you're limited too with the Disney Plus. I mean, because I think a lot of people think they get the same budget, but they actually don't.
Oh,
that's,
no,
that's why you have all
nowhere
these set
near
pieces
that.
of
Yeah.
them just like hanging out at an apartment or something, like in Hawkeye, and it's just like I just feel like those could be trimmed down to like like a short movie. Like just get everything in there and it'll be fine. But Deadpool 3, guys, Jackman is coming back as Wolverine.
As well, he should.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
until someone shows me another actor who could better play Wolverine,
Right.
I'm fine with you coming back.
And I'm sure they'll do it in a way that they can still give you a new Wolverine. Like Deadpool to me is still in its own world. I know it's part of the MCU now, but it could be in another realm or whatever the hell. I don't know. It breaks the fourth wall, so it's very different.
Have they said, are they going for another hard R like the last two?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah. I think they have to. But yeah, Wolverine, I'm hoping he'll be in the suit for this film. The classic. I think they can go full into it,
The
right?
Michigan blue and yellow.
Yeah, or the wasn't the brown the very first suit he had, the brown and yellow?
No.
No.
Like,
Oh,
blue,
wasn't?
yellow
The yellow
Oh, it was.
is kind of Department H.
I didn't know that. Okay, I always thought the
yeah,
brown
the-
came first because the blue is more X-Men color. Yeah.
He had the blue and yellow with like the little whiskers.
Right.
Whiskers, yeah, when he took on the Hulk.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no,
with the Deadpool eyes, like you got to do the mask.
The one that they teased in the deleted, I think it was a deleted scene from the Wolverine.
Yes, you get him getting the case. Yeah,
That would be cool to see.
that'd be cool too. Yeah,
I've always liked the brown, kind of like orange and brown suit that he had in the 90s X-Men.
yeah, that would be cool. I think there's actually a picture of him in that suit, and he said it'll never show it. And but there is a picture of him suited up. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's they have to go for the full suit. They just have to. It's Deadpool, you know. Deadpool goes for it again with the white eyes. I think you got to do that. I mean, I think that would be so badass. I mean, it's the perfect opportunity because this probably will be the last time he's Wolverine. I'm guessing I'm guessing he's just doing it because it's Deadpool and it's just kind of its own thing. But
I think he's doing it because it's Ryan.
Yeah.
Reynolds.
that too, yeah.
Those two
Because
are
he's been
such
trolling
good
him in all the films. So if three's kind of the last film, it'd be kind of a nice little end. Like, hey, we've trolled you for these two films. You're finally here. Zazie Beetz and Josh Brolin. I'm not sure if they're returning. I think most likely they will. I know Josh Brolin got in some mad shape last time, so I don't know if he wants to do that again. TJ Miller won't be back, most likely, because I guess him and Ryan aren't on good terms. He thinks Ryan hates him. I guess he said in a recent interview, which Megan, you actually watched a clip, didn't you, or something?
Yeah, so he was on the Adam Carolla podcast, and they were talking about Deadpool 3, and TJ had made a comment about, even if, they had come to him and gave him twice his salary, he would still say no because of things that went down on a previous film where he felt as though Ryan was insulting him or belittling him as an actor. But there is now there is something going around Twitter. Another cast member that was in Silicon Valley with TJ is kind of saying that it's really TJ that's the dick. And,
Yeah, I mean,
right? Yeah.
he kind of got canceled already anyway, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah, First of all, TJ, no one's going to miss you not being in this movie.
No,
And second of all, Disney's going to take their $40 and spend it better elsewhere. for
That's
doubling your
generous.
salary.
You think, will they recast? Or do they just ignore the character?
No, just ignore the character.
I don't think they-
Well, he's Weasel, right?
I don't think.
But he's from the comics, right?
I don't think he. No.
Oh, he's just a new
I
character.
think he's just. Yeah, he's.
Okay.
Yeah, plays a bartender.
So you could just move on.
Yeah. He'll be replaced with Bob the Hydra agent.
he called him
Well, more Wolverine.
Ryan
Interesting character.
an insecure individual, but I really think it's the reverse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't get insecurity from Ryan Reynolds. I think he's a pretty
Yeah.
put together guy.
Yeah.
He's Canadian, so he has to be, right? I mean,
Maybe he
blood.
apologizes too much. I don't know.
sorry, eh?
Sorry, eh?
Sorry, eh?
Yeah, but supposedly he insulted him on the, like, they were actually in a scene, but it got personal. And I think TJ said his girlfriend or wife thinks that he hates him. So, yeah, they're probably not interested anyway.
Play on words to be the one insulting someone else, but say you're insulting because you think that person hates you. It's
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah. Maybe it's just an excuse for, like, the real reason why is because I got into a lot of issues and people don't want to work with me. So, who knows?
Me.
Yeah. I don't know, but this...
Sorry, yeah, TJ, stick to not making movies. Please.
but Yogi Bear was amazing.
Oh my god.
No, but
You
yeah,
won't be missed.
Deadpool 3 will be directed by Sean Levy, who did the Night of the Museum trilogy and Free Guy, which that was a little hit. That might have been the first. Would you say post-pandemic or no? You probably say pandemic film back to theaters that made a ton of money, wasn't that?
Yeah.
Because that predates Spider-Man, I think, by months. That was a great movie to see.
That was
good.
surprising to
Yeah.
me. Because
Lots of
from
Easter
the
eggs.
trailers, I was like, this movie looks like shit. And then I loved it.
Well,
Like, Ryan Reynolds again, being Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
I was already invested in it because of the fact that Jacksepticeye was going to be in it.
Oh,
Which
sure.
I think was cool.
Yeah.
But I guess him and Ryan have become kind of like friends or something.
Oh, great.
Behind the scenes, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think
Yeah, I think
it'll be a
good.
good way to. I think, talking back to Black Panther, I think Namor is going to be kind of the first introduction. They kind of teased it in Ms. Marvel, but I think he's going to be kind of the first introduction of like mutants
Cool.
in the MCU.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah,
with,
for sure. So much, so much they could do. Yeah, I'm excited. I think this is gonna be really cool, and they could really have fun with it. So if they do it just right, it'll be great and worth it. Because I think Jackman really wanted to leave on a high note, which was Logan. But I think we still wanted to see one more of him just having fun with the character, and this will be even more freedom, I think, because he doesn't really have to be the Wolverine we knew before either. It can be a whole new animal, literally. But yeah, costume definitely gotta suit him up, man. We've been dying to see
I definitely
that.
need the mask.
Yes.
Put him in it at least once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he can take off the mask and be like, God, I can't breathe in this fucking thing.
Right,
Throw
right.
it away or something.
Right. Yeah. Just do a Spider-Man. You know how Spider-Man gets injured and it's gone. You know.
Yeah.
Or stupid nanobots come off and. Which I'm still not on
Please
board
don't
with
do a
the nano
nanobot.
shit.
No, I can't.
Biggest problem with Infinity War, I don't like the Iron Man suit, it coming over Downey. Like, it just looks so fake.
No, I liked it when he had to like kind of step into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do that.
Or like
yeah.
when it would kind of separate and then.
Right. And then he could just
pull
be
up.
like anything, you know, like Grimace or whoever that toy was we had.
Where did Grimace go?
Where'd the cameras-
Bring him back out for the rest of this podcast.
Does he still have 4 eyes? Yes. Show him to the world.
That bothers me. Those eyeballs bother me. I don't get it.
$8 and it's yours.
In the high, what are they
And you get the
putting
box.
in
You can keep the box, right? That's dishwasher safe, isn't it?
Sure.
Comes paper mesh. Real quickly, speaking of toys, I don't think I put this on the other docket, but Violent Night, want to quickly talk about. David Harbour is playing probably the most badass Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't know too much about it, but it could either be great or
It looks like
shit.
it's going to be great.
I hope so.
Absolutely batshit crazy,
Dude,
and I'm
the trailer
totally
looks-
here for
The
it.
trailer looks so good.
Yeah, I hope it's good, man. I don't know. I can see it going either way.
It's like you take like Olympus Has Fallen
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Fat Man and kind of put them into one movie.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
what this is.
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, you're good.
And you got John Leguizamo, who,
Yeah.
you know, the clown you loved. And
What's so
he's back.
crazy is that he had the body of Santa Claus when he did Black Widow, and then he got in shape for Stranger Things, and now he
Yep.
has to go into a fat suit to play Santa Claus. But I thought when I
Super
first,
skinny too
yeah,
for Stranger
Wasn't even
Oh, yeah.
shape, was it? It was just like
was-
starved. Yeah.
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 But no, when I first saw the like
The bar scene?
the scene of him like all menacing as Santa Claus,
Yeah.
I'm like, please do another Santa's sleigh. Like with Bill Goldberg, like that was freaking amazing. I love that movie so much. It's so stupid, but it's so funny. No, this looks
It looks fun.
Good.
Yeah, I like how it starts out. It seems like it's the stupid kid movie you've seen dozens of times, and then it has that twist, and people get like
These men are on my naughty
killed
list.
badly. Machine guns. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like sharpening down the
Oh yeah.
candy cane and then just
Oh, he
jams
put
it.
the star in the guy's head, and then he plugged it in.
It looks so good.
I hope it's good, man. That looks fun. That really does look fun. I didn't actually look up the date it's coming out, but I assume soon.
Yeah, it's soon.
I hope that's good. Beverly D'Angelo's in it as well. She's, you know, from Christmas Vacation.
Mrs. Claus.
I don't. Maybe it could be. She's aged pretty well, I think. I don't know. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I hope it's good, man. I'm excited. So that was Kurt Russell as Santa was cool too, but that was very kid friendly. Santa Claus Chronicles he did, which I wouldn't mind if they made more of those. But him suited up was great, and yeah, David Harbour, man, that's like a no brainer. Like, holy
David
shit!
Harbour.
Oh man,
He's such a good actor.
I'm so happy because, you know, he was in Quantum of Solace, speaking of Bond, and he was a nobody. He was just a character actor. And I don't know if he's really graduated to leading man, would you say? I mean, Stranger Things, yeah, probably.
I think he's
Not movie
he's
wise,
definitely
maybe. I don't know.
Getting there.
Yeah.
And
He
it-
tried with Hellboy, and I think he tried to do a
Oh,
good
that's
job.
true, yeah.
Right.
And if Hellboy would have been a better
Yeah.
movie,
Right.
I don't think anything.
Right.
Nothing in that movie was his fault.
Right.
It
Yeah.
was just not a good.
It's just a big miss. Yeah. But yeah, I hope this is good because that would help his movie career. And Yeah.
Definitely.
What was the other one I saw him in that I forgot he was in? And he plays a dirty cop.
Oh.
Equalizer 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
He was good, really good in that.
Oh, really? An Equalizer 2? Or is it? Oh, no, Equalizer, the first one, right?
First one.
2 was the other dude from Last of Us, which we're going to talk
Yeah, yeah.
about soon.
That's right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
it was
is the
Pedro
first one.
Pascal.
He
Yep.
does, he's got kind of that
Spoilers.
big role as a dirty cop. But
Yes.
So when I saw that again
Yep.
recently, I was like, I forgot David Harbour was even in it.
He's been in a lot of films.
Yeah.
Green Hornet? Seth Rogen?
Was he in Green Hornet?
Yeah,
that's
he was a
right.
councilman. He's been in a lot of films.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
movie.
that's right.
Yeah, you might
well as
maybe
it
revisit for him. I don't know.
Talks about that a little bit in his interviews.
Oh, he
About
does?
being old, like getting discovered as much older.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman, Samuel Jackson, they were in like close to, well, I think Freeman was in his 50s when he got finally, yeah.
I think I did read an interview like that in Cigar Aficionado, I think it was, where he was talking about just
He's like mid 40s, I think,
how
now
odd
or
it is being
something.
discovered
Yeah.
at 40
Yeah.
plus.
I just remember Quantum Solace, he had an awesome mustache. He can grow some great facial hair. And it's like, you never, because that was before people got into beards again and stuff. It was like, you don't see a character like that. And it just was a nice, characteristic. But yeah, I don't know if he really grew a beard for Santa Claus, but
I'm sure he could pull it off. I mean,
I like his line though. I started the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Because all the other Santas are like, but yeah, it looks great. TV news, Last of Us. Would you like to take that away?
Finally got a trailer for The Last of Us, based on the 2013 video game of the same name. This is going to be an HBO series, actual series. Like I thought it was going to be like a limited series, but apparently they're already kind of pre-planning for like a season 2.
Really?
So kind of we'll probably
Hope it's
drag
good.
out the story a
Yeah,
little bit.
sure.
Pedro Pascal is Joel. I still think it should have been Dylan McDermott, but that's all right.
Ooh.
Bella Ramsey, who played Lyanna Mormont in Game of Thrones, is going to be Ellie. 2023 release. I immediately, when it's a video game property, I immediately nitpick the shit out of it. And the clickers in the trailer sounded exactly like they did in the game. The makeup effects look great. It's not another, Walking Dead clone, so that's pretty good.
I was going to say, because I think your average viewer is probably going to draw more lines to comparing it to Walking Dead
Yeah.
than even the video game.
But I'm super excited to see what Pedro Pascal does as a character.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a tremendous actor.
Yes,
even
he
in,
is.
Even in Wonder Woman, I hated the movie, but I loved his part in it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think he's going to do a good job as Joel.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anything's better than The Last of Us Part 2.
That would be for season 2. They do that.
Oh, God, please don't.
Wednesday, that's coming out November 23rd on Netflix. Fred Armisen was just revealed to be Uncle Fester. Really charming. This is a New York Comic-Con trailer exclusive because that's, this weekend, that's what's going on. So
Yeah.
very cool. Like Christina Ricci's character was revealed. She's playing Miss Thornhill. She's like a teacher at the school Wednesday is at. Very, very cool character. Totally different from Wednesday, her portrayal. It's just nice that it's kind of like passing the torch, and the lady or the girl he got for Wednesday is great. I mean, I think this is a home run. I mean, it just feels right, I don't know, the troll trailer and the look, and it's Tim Burton. And it's like, wow, Tim Burton could, this is probably maybe his biggest thing since, what was his last hit? Alice in Wonderland? Was that kind of that had like kind of a big, they made a sequel to that film. I don't think he was part of it, but I don't know. He hasn't really done something for a while now that was, very popular, received well, but this looks really good and it doesn't look as dark as, what his usual is. So maybe Netflix kind of made him brighten up shit a little bit. I don't know. But no, it looks pretty damn good. And for you Star Trek fans, Picard Season 3 trailer dropped yesterday as well. And they're bringing back Lore, Data's evil twin brother.
Saw that.
Looks pretty badass. Yeah. Professor Moriarty. You'd have to see the show to understand. It's a holodeck character. Basically, they played Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, and this holodeck character thought it was real or human. And so I don't know if they're playing on that again, but yeah, man, it looks really good. Amanda Plummer is the new villain. She was from Pulp Fiction, Honey Bunny, with what's his face? That scene.
Tim Roth?
Yes, thank you. She's actually the daughter of Christopher Plummer. I just found out. I shocking. But he also played a Star Trek villain in Star Trek 6 as General Chang. So, yeah, as a Star Trek fan, it looks very exciting, and I'm sure we'll pick it apart on Mission Report. And yeah, there's a lot of great content coming, and yeah, I'm excited. It looks really cool and action-packed, and everyone's got a gun, because that's how it is now. Like Professor Moriarty, he does his little intro, and then he whips out a gun, and he's like, of course you whip out a gun, because everyone's armed.
Now, is season 3 the one where they're bringing back the whole cast from TNG?
Yes. Okay. How could I avoid that? Yeah, the whole cast is coming back, and you get to see Worf again. It's awesome. It's what we should have gotten from the start. I'm basically ignoring the first 2 seasons of Picard because they were not good, in my opinion. This looks great, and a lot of creatives involved are true fans of the series and what people love about it. So it looks really cool. I'm excited. And getting into the Halloween spirit, Werewolf by Night dropped Friday. I think most of us have seen it. 3 out of 4. Megan.
Sorry.
Slacking.
Nobody told me.
No, she's been doing her job, keeping up on celebrity drama.
Of course, yes.
Stuff like that. And that's a full-time job.
So good. It was such a good 55 minutes.
Yeah, it was nice and short, artsy.
Reminded me a lot of like the 30s and 40s,
Right.
like Universal horror type stuff.
Yeah.
It was definitely inspired by that, or trying to, harness that. And I think it did a really good job of doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got into an argument with my son beforehand, before we watched it,
Really?
about, who was a cooler character, Man-Thing or Swamp-Thing?
Oh.
He's like, Swamp Thing. And I was like, Man-Thing. He's like, Swamp Thing. And then we watched it, and he's like, all right, Man-Thing's badass.
Yeah.
I never saw that movie they made in early 2000s, Man-Thing.
You don't have to watch that.
Good. Okay, I thought so.
It was a really low budget.
I was intrigued. I'm a Swamp Thing fan, and his character basically can't, or is he kind of a villain?
Who,
Man-Thing? Yeah.
No, he's just a thing. I mean, he communicates, telepathically.
Just like Swamp Thing.
Doesn't talk.
Right.
Swamp Thing, I think, talks.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yep.
But he also has, like, a touch that burns evil, and, yeah. And, like, you can't... I mean, he had a comic book out. It was a one-shot called Giant Size Man-Thing. I mean, it's, like, the best comic book title ever.
And his name's Ted? Was it?
Yeah, they call him Ted.
Ted. And that's comic accurate?
I believe it.
Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, because I thought at first when that hand, not spoilers, but someone grabs somebody, the main guy, and I'm like, is that the wolf? I'm like, that's the wolf? They're like, oh, I forgot Man-Thing was in this.
It's not a spoiler, because they show, like, a glimpse of him in the trailer.
Yeah, right.
Like, just a quick glimpse of it.
Man-Thing looks like this guy's.
You know he's there.
I'm kidding. He does not. But he should have a toy, I think.
Only.
Yes, and much bigger,
Yeah.
right?
I think there probably is a Marvel Legends Man-Thing.
Probably. There will be now.
Yeah.
People are interested now.
The show is really good. I want more like that.
Yeah.
I want less, Hawkeye, and less...
Just short and sweet.
And I want more of, like, those hour one-shots.
Yeah, like they did when the movies first came out on home release. They had the Marvel one-shots, and they were just like they're short side stories.
Item 43 and...
Yes, like Hawkeye could have been summed up so quickly, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
A lot of the Disney Plus shows. I mean, WandaVision, I think, was good. I think that deserved to be longer.
It's a cool way to introduce these other characters.
Yep.
Like an Echo or...
Right. Sure. Yep.
Dr. Doom, even.
I mean, which you could have done in an hour's time.
Yeah.
All of it. Yeah. Yeah. They did right, and they did it black and white because blood mostly.
Yeah. That surprised me, like the blood splashing on the screen and stuff like that. I was like,
it was really
the main lady.
How are they getting away from it? Oh yeah,
she's been
black and white. Never mind.
She's an actress that's been around in many films, but man, they did a close up in her eyes, and it looked like a old Universal monster character. It just was. You could tell it was digitally shot. It wasn't filmed, but still, I liked the flickering they put in and all that. It was very artsy, very cool. I think nice and sweet. And doesn't it kind of have something to do with Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night? Are they kind of related in a way?
Premiered in Werewolf by Night. His
Okay,
first
that's
appearance
it.
Was in Werewolf by
Night. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I would have probably lost my shit if there was a Moon Knight cameo.
Yeah.
In there somewhere.
Well, and is this werewolf character? Is he good? I mean, from the human standpoint, he is, because he's not trying to hurt anybody.
He's not a.
Yeah.
He's not a.
Right.
He's just misunderstood.
Right. Gotcha. like a good villain
He's a
anti-hero.
tragic monster
Yes.
character kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't read any because Werewolf by Night was a series.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s. I haven't read any of it in a really long time.
Right.
There was a Marvel, I think Max, kind of their adult comic line.
Right.
Back in like the late 2000s. I think they did a Werewolf by Night miniseries.
Sweet.
That I have. I don't remember if I read it though. Probably should.
But you like the makeup and everything, I take it? Like, they didn't really show everything. It was kind of dark but
I thought
yeah.
it looked good. And
Yeah.
again, it harkened back to like kind of the old 1930s style Wolfman. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did for sure.
so-
And it was a modern film, right? It was not in the past, right? Because
yeah, it took place modern day.
Yeah.
I mean, they had like the electro probe.
right, that's the giveaway
Yeah.
pretty much, right? Yeah.
I kind of wondered that because I hadn't really researched anything.
I'm not here right now.
I kind of
We're going to get so much
hadn't really
advertising
researched anything
points from
like
McDonald's.
where
This is awesome.
Where this like fit into the MCU timeline or
Right.
anything.
It's kind of its own thing. They could the character's been introduced so he could pop up again somewhere. And then you don't really need to know why
If they ever do another Moon Knight series, you
Yeah.
can include
That'd be
him
cool.
in that, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Or if they do a Marvel Knights series or a Rise of the Midnight Suns type thing.
Yeah.
That would be
fit in
cool.
well there
Yeah.
too. So
I think it's cool to do something that kind of goes away from the norm. You know, that's kind of how I felt with when I was watching Moon
Yeah.
Knight.
Yep.
I'm like, well, this is different. This is
Yeah.
cool. I like this.
All right. And the cast and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us more of this and less can't be bullshit. I don't know.
Sounds good. Recommendations, reviews. Before we leave, I'll start Dahmer. I finally caught that. I've only
Did you?
seen 3 episodes. Digging it. Yeah, it's very disturbing. And especially episode 3, I think they show, or you hear the actual 911 call the neighbor makes. Not giving anything away. I mean, this has all been out there for 30 years or so.
Yeah,
It's just like intriguing. It's just so like, what the hell? Like, this is so weird. It's in Milwaukee too. I forgot because I was thinking it was LA for some reason. But yeah, man, it's just so. Evan Peters is great. Great performance. Like, he'll definitely win something, I think, or get nominated. But man, I don't know. I've never seen it. I know there's been other Dahmer adaptations, but this is the first I've seen. And I'm not a huge Ryan Murphy fan. I mean, I have not seen American Horror Story. I did see Ratchet. But yeah, I mean, the dude can make an attractive show or movie. I don't know. Yeah, this is a show. So, but yeah, it's done very well, and the cast is great. And yeah, I mean, it makes me feel bad for making light of Dahmer, back in the day with the jokes and stuff. And but that humor helps you cope with some fucked up shit, and that definitely was.
he was
Fucked up.
The one thing, like, after going back and like watching the his interview with like Inside Edition and his his interrogation tapes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The one thing that I kind of don't like about the Dahmer series is they almost make him seem like he's kind of dumb.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer was
Right.
obviously friggin' like not a genius.
Right,
but
yeah.
he was a smart guy.
Right. Just screwed up big
But
time.
yeah. And
Screw
also,
loose.
fun fact: both Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy briefly lived in Iowa.
Stop.
Oh,
Yep.
Well, that's
whereabouts? Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know.
Interesting.
I think.
Sorry.
I think Jeffrey Dahmer's was a little more brief, but no, John Wayne Gacy lived. Forget where it was.
By Drake?
But
No, I'm kidding.
No, but he owned his father-in-law owned like a KFC franchise or something.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Ran a KFC in Iowa. So,
Well, that's what we bring here as representation, guys. So,
yeah.
yes.
And I can neither confirm nor deny that Iowa will turn you into a serial killer, especially if you go to Walmart
oh, don't get me started.
Jonah knows all about that.
or have to wait 20 minutes in line at McDonald's for.
Come on. You're going to go back and get the other ones. We know this.
Worth it. I haven't seen Dahmer yet. I don't really have anything to plug or shout out. I'm
Right.
behind on
I got
all of my television watching stuff.
Let's say.
Oh, did you
Oh no,
have
go
one?
ahead. Yeah, I do, but go ahead,
Oh,
please.
are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So The Patient on Hulu.
Okay.
It has Steve Carell in it.
Oh, I've been.
Oh
I
yes.
heard about that. Yeah.
And I can never remember his name.
Gleason. Last name's Gleason. His
yes.
dad's very
Don't
famous.
know Gleason.
Well, he was
Yeah.
in Harry Potter. That's the only reason why I remember.
Oh, okay.
So, he was one of the twins, one of the Weasley twins.
Oh, okay.
So, he's in it. I don't know. I finished it. I've watched all the episodes. I'm really curious, and if somebody knows, is there going to be a season 2? Because if not, I mean, you really just left me hanging in the last episode. Like, what happens?
Was it Steve Carell's character's bill to him? Like, all right,
so-
pay up.
Without giving too much away, essentially what it is Steve Carell plays a therapist, and Gleason's character goes and sees him, but he's a serial killer, and he's seeking help, and he takes Steve captive and keeps him chained up in his basement
Oh.
while he's trying to seek help. And where it ends is, and there's many things that happen obviously in between, but where it ends is he's still in the basement. So is there a season 2? Is there more episodes? I need to know, because I don't, that leaves the mind.
Or do you just-
wonder.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
check that out. So speaking of seasons 2 or second seasons, I did learn this week Hunters season 2 is going to hit on like February 17th of next year. So if you guys have not watched Hunters on
Have
Amazon
not.
Prime, it's so good.
Is it take place in the past period piece, or is it modern?
Takes place modern. But
Okay.
well, no, it's a little in the past.
Okay.
Um,
I think I've seen like an image, but I'm not sure.
It's super in the past, but
Yeah.
it's about a team of people that are put together to hunt Nazis.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, does that have Al Pacino in
Yeah.
it? Oh, dude, that's coming back.
Yeah, second season.
It's been a while, hasn't
It
it?
has been a while.
Shit.
I kind of gave up hope for a while, but
I heard good things about that. Yeah.
so good. You got to watch it.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer now. Yeah. I totally remember now. Yeah. It takes place in the 70s, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I said,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
When someone was like, 30 years ago, I think like 1990.
Yeah.
I know, not
Exactly.
crazy.
Like, so when something's
yeah.
like in the past, I'm like, 70s isn't really in the past.
Right.
But it is. Okay, it takes place like 50 years ago.
It wasn't when we were young. Yeah. It was just there yesterday.
This will make you feel old. Mortal Kombat just turned 30.
Man.
So,
Get over here. What?
So all right. How old is Mario? Because he premiered back in Atari, like 82, or was he before that?
yeah. No, he made his first appearance in Mario Brothers. I think. It was either Mario Brothers or the original Donkey Kong, one of the two.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, that is Donkey Kong.
God, I should know this.
I have to
but
correct
don't.
myself. He wasn't one of the twins. He was the older brother.
That's what I thought. I don't want to correct you, though. I'm too nice.
No, you should have corrected
I'm like,
yourself.
what?
I know he
His
was
dad was in it
No, I know one of the
with the one
Just
eye.
left it hanging. Anyone who listens to it is like pulling out their hair.
What the hell? Chris Crap.
Well, I remember he was. How
dare
I
you.
just didn't remember. Like,
Yeah.
What Weasley he was.
No, but his father, he just hosted SNL. We're filming this on a Sunday. He just filmed SNL last night. He was in Braveheart. He's a big stalking guy. There's totally different body types.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
I don't remember his first name, but Gleason's last name.
Okay,
But if you look him up, yeah.
Jackie Gleason.
Jackie Gleason, yes.
Not the same.
Yes.
Let's see, your recommendation. Blonde.
yes.
Blonde is a very good. Okay, I have to say this. You're only going to want to watch it once.
Yeah.
It very much earns the NC-17 rating.
yeah.
But it is a fictionalized take of Marilyn Monroe's
Like a what if,
life.
maybe, or
Yeah,
something.
like kinda,
yeah. Like
you know,
JFK, maybe. JFK kind of was like theories,
kind of like
right?
kind of like if you just looked at like all the rumors of things that have gone on in her life, and then somebody made a movie or a book about it or something.
Right.
But Ana de Armas, holy crap, she is good in this movie.
Great actress.
Also, Sins of Our Mother. That's a documentary series on Netflix. It's really good if you're into like true crime type stuff. It's pretty
That's the dad.
Did I,
pretty cool.
Yeah, Brendan.
I kind of think I saw that one, but I don't know if I did. I think I did see that one.
Door.
Yeah.
I just started it, but first couple episodes
I
are really
guess,
good.
yeah, I
Right.
remember days later.
And then also, I know we're probably going to mention him in our shout outs, but Raven Xavier does our opening theme for the show.
Yeah.
He's got some great podcast material out there. He's got some good music out there. He just put out some new tracks as well that were really good. His want to say his latest episode, he talks about the kind of like the problem with like prequels.
Oh,
Or
sure.
like different prequels
Yep.
that are like really
Yep.
that didn't need to be made, kind of thing.
All right.
So
Nice.
very cool. Very much worth a.
That's a
worth a listen.
slippery slope to do a prequel because it's like Star Wars. They threw everybody in you already knew of, and it's like you got to
Yeah.
go away from that, man. It's before. It's like you're gonna screw everything up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy go to. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got for recommendations.
Nice. Anyone else? Megan, do you still have something or no?
She was blown away by learning that the kid's dad is Brendan Gleeson.
See?
from 28 Days Later. And
Yeah. Dude's been around, man.
Yeah, Brendan's been.
Braveheart was the first movie I saw him in. Big, stalking Irish or Scottish man. I think he's Irish in real life, but him and Colin Farrell have done a couple movies together, and there's one out now. It's I think they're doing press for, but yeah, it's awesome to finally see him. He did a pretty good job SNL from what I saw. So yeah,
But no, I don't have anything really to recommend. I got to
Nothing.
get caught up on so much stuff. I got to watch She-Hulk. I got to watch Andor. I got to watch.
Oh, and
get on it. Yeah,
Andor is
Andor. I
great.
recommend Andor. Yep.
I just got caught up on that this week, and that was so good.
Yeah.
Also in Harry Potter. What the heck? Let's just go.
What the heck?
Everybody
I
was
don't
in
know
Harry
the
Potter,
actors
man.
Per se, I just know the characters that they play. That's probably a healthy thing.
Quick plugs before we leave. Nexus 6, for your marketing needs, check them out. They think outside the box, and they're award winning, and they've helped us out a lot, especially with the con recently, the Des Moines Con, which we finally released footage on. So check that out on our YouTube page. Steve's comic blog. Check out all the insights Steve has about his comic book knowledge. Yours
Billy
as
Creston at YouTube. Billy Creston Gaming on YouTube. Facebook.com/Billy Creston Gaming. I've got some new videos in the works. We got a music video, a short story, some compilation type stuff.
well. Nice.
So yeah, check it out.
Love it. Jonah?
The only thing I will throw out as far as plugging it is anyone in the Des Moines Metro or even regional area, first weekend of November. What date is that? Like the 7th and 4th and 5th of November at Hy-Vee Hall in Des Moines, Iowa is Assembly Required, which is a local G.I. Joe
Oh, cool.
convention.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Great for the entire family. Bring out the kids. Lots of activities for kids to do.
Nice.
So a lot of great guests, great vendors. Usually it was always a one-day show in the past. It's going to be a two-day show this year.
Nice.
Run Saturday and Sunday, but definitely be sure to check that out.
Grimace will be there, right?
Again, that is
Is
called
that Grimace?
I'm gonna be
Assembly
selling this.
Required.
Nice. Nice. And there's actually a G.I. Joe fan film out now, too. Did you see that at all? Or
I haven't seen
hear about
yet,
it?
but people keep.
It's been touring.
Someone else
I
just
tagged you in
messaged
it.
me,
Yeah.
a buddy just sent
You're
me
like, yeah, I
the
know,
other day.
I
He's
know.
like, yeah, he's like, my
Yeah.
daughter's an extra in this.
Yeah. It was like at Palms, so I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they're doing a showing. They're doing another showing at the end of this month, like that Saturday
Yeah.
night, like the 29th. I think they're doing a showing somewhere.
Cool. Should check it out.
I would. I got a poker tournament that night.
Oh,
So
can't do both. Dang it.
I would.
Also, Toys for All Ages, your YouTube channel, which I know
exists.
Yep.
It's still out
You're going to
there.
get on it, and I know you are.
I know. I will.
Yeah.
When my son's too old to play with toys is when I'll be like, let's make some toy videos. And I'm like, this is stupid.
It's just you waiting for him, like, any minute now. Any minute now. Oh, wait.
We'll want to do like, I'll be like, oh, so he bought like this like lightsaber thing. I don't know what brand it is. I don't know anything about this technology. All I know is it's like crazy expensive, and he spent all of his birthday money on it. And I was like, oh, let's do an unboxing. He like could not wait. He had this thing out of the box like the second he got it in the mail, or got home.
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Field of Geeks, everyone. Check us out on our Facebook page, YouTube, everywhere you find your podcast. Obviously, video is on YouTube. So, yeah, check us out, fieldofgeeks.com. Like I said, Des Moines Comic-Con footage is out there. There's more coming on that. And 195, we're going to have some Halloween themes going on. So, very exciting. With that said, I'm Josh.
I'm Bill.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Jonah.
And that's Grimace. $8.
Alright,
Check it
Grimace.
out.
This
Take
will be
care,
up on
guys.
eBay before too long.
Did he ever talk?
Yeah.